90 KJAM Madison.
The following is a presentation of KJAM Sports.
This is Jesse Giles. This is Nicole Brown. And this is Bulldog Basketball.
And this is Bulldog Basketball. This is Olivia Root, and this is Bulldog Basketball.
Back over to Anna. Anna tries another three. Right side, good for Anna Theophilus. Pops it up top for Nybert. Nybert fires the three, top of the key. It's good. Giles wants a three, takes it, and she's got it. Root right there for the rebound. Putback is up off the window, and good.
Hi, this is Anna Theophilus, and you're listening to Bulldog Basketball.
Euro step into the paint, off the window, and good for two. Rebound, Brown. Brown creates room inside, puts it up, counted, and the foul. For Giles, the three right side is good. Jesse Giles with the three.
Hi, this is Karen Nybert, and you're listening to Bulldog Basketball.
Looking at the corner, a three for Beacon. He got it.
I'm Eric Beacon, and this is Bulldog Basketball.
Lob inside, looking for Beacon. First touchdown, low, counted, and the foul for Aaron Beacon.
Hi, this is Jaden Yankee. Bulldog Basketball starts now.
Trying to kick it off, ball's loose. Beacon has it, puts up the shot at the buzzer, and he hits. Jackson into the front court, sees it open, he drives it off the window. Counted, and the foul.
Hi, this is Jackson Yankee, and Bulldog Basketball starts now.
Jackson drives it, goes right around Porcello, and a floater with some English. Drops in. Stop the keeper at Giles. Straight on three is in for Josh Giles.
Hi, this is Josh Giles, and Bulldog Basketball starts now.
And good afternoon, and welcome to the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center here in Rapid City in the Farmers Ag Center pregame show on AM 1390 KJAM and online. Yeah, we've got the video stream going West River again today here at AmazingMadison.com. It's another Bulldog basketball doubleheader in this Cavalier Christmas Classic. Madison boys and girls took on St. Thomas More yesterday. And for the girls, things did not go so well against the four-time defending state champion Cavaliers. The Madison girls fell behind early 19-5, were just plagued by turnovers in the first half, ended up with 32 of them in that game. Madison lost 52-24 to the St. Thomas More girls. Aslan Duffy went with 17 points in that game to lead the way for St. Thomas More. Madison's defense, really it still looked pretty good. I mean, you consider the amount of turnovers that Madison had that led to all those fast break opportunities and just extra offensive chances for St. Thomas More. Madison held them to 52. So the Madison defense still can be there and still can show some flashes for this girls team, but they're trying to bounce back in a big way against another really good West River team here, the Belle Fourche Broncs. Maybe flying a little bit under the radar, but they are athletic. They've got, as you'll hear coming up in our pregame show here with Bill Burr, the head coach, they've got a team that has a lot of players of that volleyball team that made it to state. They've got state track champions on this team. They are really athletic, really can get after it on the defensive end, and they are an undefeated 5-0 here to start their season. We've got lots coming up here. Of course, the girls' game. We've got the boys' game on the way here. Madison boys trying to improve to 6-0. They got the win over St. Thomas More yesterday by the final of 78. The final was 61-39 last night. So the big win for the Madison boys. That's coming up here. And a very nice conversation with head coach Bill Burr. I had a chance to talk to him last week. He's the head coach for this Belle Fourche Broncs team. I had a great chat with him and about all the things that his team has gone through to build to kind of this season with a big group of seniors. So that conversation coming up here in our Farmers Ag Center pregame show. First, I'll remind you, though, that our game officials along the court is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. We'll have a look at the starting lineups coming up a little bit later on here. Right now, we'll take a 3-minute timeout. That conversation with Bill Burr coming up next on your Farmers Ag Center pregame show on AM 1390.
The Equifax data breach has affected over 145 million Americans. The Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection urges you to take steps to protect against identity theft. To see if you're a victim of the data breach, go to EquifaxSecurity2017.com. Then determine what steps you want to take that works best for you. Regularly request your free credit reports and inspect them closely. Beware of phishing emails and don't open messages or attachments from unknown senders. For more information, log on to consumer.sd.gov or call 800-300-1986.
We all know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to all of us. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. Call Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance today, 556-0242. No account too large or too small. We like them all.
Your local Helena in Madison offers options for nearly every input used in production agriculture, including fertilizers, seeds from Wensman and NK, crop protections, agro-intelligent precision programs, and many other producer services. Their sales reps are knowledgeable experts and provide solutions that give growers the best return on investment, and their custom applications are safe, efficient, and make sure the job gets done right. Helena of Madison is proud to support area farmers. Give the folks at Helena a call today, 605-256-3973. Helena of Madison, people, products, knowledge.
'Tis the season to smile, and lucky for you, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has lots of reasons for you to smile. Let's start with Christmas loans as low as 4.9% APR. And how about double the rewards points on Dakota Land Visa credit card purchases now through December 31st. And of course, the ever-popular Beat Bucks, perfect for every Christmas list. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details, and let your friends at Dakota Land give you a reason to smile. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC. Some of our favorite people are animals. We think they deserve the best. We give them all the care they need. You might even say we fix your pets. The love animals cherish, tender, loving animal care. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Welcome back to the Farmers Egg Center pregame show on AM 1390 KJAM. Madison girls getting ready to take on the Bronx of Belle Fourche. We had a chance earlier this week to talk with Bill Bird, the head coach of the Belle Fourche Lady Bronx. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. It's been a good start, obviously, for your team to kind of kick off this season. Just kind of give us your impressions of your team so far, just a few weeks here into this 2017-18 season.
Well, you know, it's early in the season yet, and we're still working on a lot of things, but I really like our group. We've got some height, we've got some speed, and we get up and down the court well. We got size, we can go underneath, and we got shooters and play from outside. And this group is really they like to play defense. They like to get after it and go hard nose. So they're a lot of fun to coach.
4-0 to kind of open up the season here, and I know you got one coming up tomorrow night before heading into your Christmas break. But just kind of give us an idea of for the Madison fans of what this team looks like on the court. What's kind of their identity out there? You mentioned defense.
Yeah, defense is one thing, and like I said, we like to get after it, and you know, we're fast. I'll tell you that. You know, we got state champion Shayla Howell, and you know, she's state champ in the 100 and the 200 and the high jump and triple jump. So that, you know, just her alone with her speed and length on the court, and then we're loaded with seniors. We've got a great group of seniors, and they've been together a long time. They play together well. They work well on the defensive end and the offensive end, and they like to, this group likes to create turnovers and score off the turnovers. That's kind of how they play. They get after it, and we try to play fast pace.
You know, Madison might recognize, just looking at the roster a little bit, obviously some athletic girls, because Bulldog fans might recognize some of them from the state volleyball tournament that were there just a month or so ago too. So obviously a lot of athleticism.
Oh yeah. You know, we've got from volleyball, Mandy Williamson, she's got some height to her. She plays post for us, handles the ball well on the bottom, and then she can also step up and hit the 3 ball for us, and she's got some height on her. Ashley Bird comes off the bench, plays for us. She's a junior, and she's tall, and she was at that state volleyball tournament. And Payson Berkland, she's another one, junior. She's got some height, played volleyball, and she's strong on the bottom. She's tough, and one that I really like in that junior class is that Riley Young. She just gets after it. She was at state volleyball, and Riley, she just goes hard. She don't let up, boy. She gets after it, and she gets to the hole and shoots the ball well, and again, likes that defensive end of it.
An interesting couple of games coming up here because you've got this kind of cross-state thing coming up. We're headed out to Rapid City, Madison and Aberdeen Roncalli going out. An interesting opportunity for I think all the teams to play some opponents that they might not normally see. But I would imagine for coaching, it does present a challenge because you're playing some teams that you're not familiar with.
Yeah, and that's what we've needed out here for us, anyways. But to play some teams from the other side of the river, and in Madison, I know they're a good ball club. They were ranked earlier. I haven't seen the rankings this week, but I know they've had a couple close games, and I watched them a little bit this summer. I don't know, if they had their whole team with them, but they're good, and I know we're gonna have to really play well to be able to play with them. Aberdeen Roncalli, we don't know much about. I've just watched a little bit of video of them, and from what I see, we're gonna, again, you're gonna have to show them play really good basketball, and so yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun to play some teams we don't usually get to play.
As the season moves along, you're out there with a really tough region. You've got Lee Deadwood that's probably going to have a decent record as the season come along, and I would imagine this is a team that maybe has a lot of postseason aspirations. Try to get in the top 2 and work your way into the Sweet 16. Is looking ahead and setting those goals like that something you talk about with your team?
And to say, go back to last year, and we made that Sweet 16, and we lost that game to Vermilion by 5, and we returned everybody that we had last year except one girl. So it's something we discussed in the off season. It's something the girls been talking about, and they do have those goals set there, and that's one, they want to make it back to that Sweet 16 game, and they'd like to change the outcome from last year and make it to the state tournament. And yeah, they've been talking about it quite a bit. So it's something they'd like to make happen, but we know we got to go one step at a time, and it's one game at a time, and that's what we're working on right now, is just taking it one at a time.
What if there's, if there was one thing that you could point to that you're trying to improve in your team as it goes along? What maybe could you point to?
One thing that we struggle with is communicating on the court with each other, and then trusting one another, making sure, taking care of my business and letting my partner, my player, or teammate take care of their business. And sometimes we try to overplay things. We try to help too much, or just we don't rely enough on our other teammates, and that's something we've been kind of really working hard on. And the communication part of it's something we've, last couple of years we've been working hard on.
You yourself, a few years here as the head coach, and you're originally from the Belle Fourche area, is that right?
Well, originally I'm from Lead. Went to school in Lead, graduated Lead High School, and then my wife and I got married, and we moved to Belle Fourche, and we've been here for 24 years. And this is my 6th year for coaching varsity ball. Yeah.
How's over the course of your 6 years, just give us an idea of how this program has come along? Has it met your expectations from 6 years ago?
Yeah, when I took out my first season, we were actually 5-15, and that was our only losing season. We've improved every year. We've gotten better every season. Last year we finished 20-3, and yeah, I really enjoy coaching here in Belle Fourche, and it's nice because I get to go down and I help with our community center little leagues basketball program, and I'm involved with our middle school program. I get to go help coach there before our season starts, and so I've been able to be involved in all all the steps coming up to the high school level. And this is a great community, the Belle Fourche. It's just a tight community, and it's nice to have the support that we get in this area.
Oh, that's so important too. You mentioned working with the younger students to put together a program that reaches down to the middle school, even elementary age, is really kind of what it takes nowadays.
Yeah, and you got to, if you want to compete with, be competitive at the state level, get at that state tournament. You got to start early, and you got to spend some time in the gym and really want to get there and work at it. And we like to get down in there and just try to help teach the fundamentals to them younger girls.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here today. We're looking forward to traveling out West River here next week and seeing your team in person.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So we're excited to see them.
That's Bill Burry, is the head coach of the Belle Fourche Lady Bronx basketball team here in our Farmers Ag Center pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and tip-off of this afternoon's first game of our doubleheader. We're back in 3 minutes on AM 1390 KJAM.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
The latest technology in breast cancer screening is available close to home at Madison Regional Health System. Our new 3D mammogram provides you one of the most effective tools in the early detection of breast cancer at a lower dose of radiation than many other 3D mammograms. If you are a woman, 40 and older, it is recommended that you receive a mammogram every year. Early detection saves lives, so schedule your 3D mammogram with Madison Regional Health System. Call us at 605-256-6551.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience, and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck in their game. At Stadium Sports Grill, enjoy 50-cent wing Wednesdays of both traditional and boneless wings in several flavors from 5 to 10 p.m. Plus, they have 18 flat-screen TVs, full tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has a breakfast menu on the weekends from 11 to 2. Stadium Sports Grill is a proud supporter of the Madison Athletics and wishes the best of luck in the Bulldogs game.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities. Welcome back to the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center here on AM 1390 KJAM. We're about ready to go with Bulldog basketball. Another doubleheader for you as the Madison Lady Bulldogs get ready to take
outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
At Great Western Bank, they are giving you more control and greater
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
Well, National Anthem playing a little havoc with the start of our game here, but hey, we're ready to go, and our ball game is underway. Opening tip-off won by the Bulldogs, but missed a shot inside, and so Belle Fourche back with the basketball coming the other way, and a quick three put up by the Belle Fourche Bronx. Mandy Williamson knocks down the three for the opening points of this ball game. Now here comes full court pressure, and the Bulldogs turn it over. This has been the Bulldogs' Achilles heel for years, but this season, handling the basketball and handling the press has been an enormous problem for Madison. And the first opportunity Belle Fourche puts on the press, the Madison Bulldogs turn it over. Now their defense will try to force the same, but a three coming up from Riley Keegan. It's no good, and the rebound comes to Gary for the Bulldogs, and she nearly has it stolen away from behind. Stays with the dribble now, attacks, throws it in for Brown. Brown will pull up from about 10 feet. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, Olivia Rude. Put back, no. Rude fights for her own rebound. Can't pull it in this time. It's taken in by the Bronx, but then Giles taps it off the hands of Taylor Hansen and out of play. Starting lineup for Belle Fourche is Shayla Howell, Ramey Keegan, Courtney Grubb, Taylor Hansen, and Mandy Williamson. That's the five on the floor for the Bronx of Belle Fourche. Bulldogs with the basketball. It's a 3-0 Belle Fourche lead here opening minute of this ball game. Make it 3-2 now as Nicole Brown knocks down a two-point jump shot. And the Bulldogs are on the board here. 6:31 to go first quarter on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. This undefeated Belle Fourche team taking on the Madison Bulldogs, who go man-to-man. The switch gets Williamson matched up with Brown one-on-one. She tried to take Brown off the dribble drive, but Brown was able to force a missed shot. Rebound comes away to Jessie Giles here for Madison. She'll control the point. The Bulldogs senior and DSU recruit steps out about 10 feet beyond the arc, now sets the offense in motion. Nice backdoor look from Theopolis into the hands of Jessie for an easy lay-in. And the Bulldogs, that pass cross court, St. Thomas More just was not allowing it last night. But they get a two off it here, and the Madison Bulldogs take their first lead of the ball game at 4-3. Won't last long. As Shayla Howell with a put in makes it a 5-4 lead for St. Thomas More. Bulldogs trying to beat the press, and they do. Giles up the court, throws inside for Rude. Rude step through with the right hand, no good, but a foul. We'll send Olivia Rude to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot two. Bulldogs with their starting five of Anna Theopolis, Jessie Giles, Maddie Gary, Olivia Rude, and Nicole Brown here against the Belle Fourche Bronx. Bulldogs trying to snap a two-game losing streak. First free throw is up and good by Olivia Rude. Madison was 7 of 14 from the GSN Insurance free throw line last night. Olivia starts them out 2 of 2 here and gives the Bulldogs back a 1-point lead again at 6-5, opening minutes of the first quarter. Strong drive by Hansen, comes in left side, but lost a handle on the basketball as Jessie kind of pulled the chair out from underneath her that time. She hit the deck, the ball went out of bounds, and it's a turnover on Belle Fourche. They set up full court press again. Madison goes middle of the floor to Brown, now back over to Jessie, and Jessie will cross it over, bringing it up in the left hand across the timeline here. Into the front court she goes, corner for Theopolis. And off the wing, now for Nicole. Nicole wanted to make a move inside, but walked with it. And that's turnover number 2 on the Madison Bulldogs. Jada Burr coming in for Belle Fourche has is Riley Young. So a couple of subs off the bench. Jade Burr, a 5'1" senior coming in. She makes the inbounds, gives it up to Hanson now, and she brings it up into the front course here for the Bronx. 6-5 Bulldogs lead. 3 minutes gone by in this ball game. Pass goes into Grubb, and they're going to get 3 in the paint by Mandy Williamson. 3-second call there on Belle Fourche, gives the Bulldogs the basketball back. Belle Fourche sets up in their press. Bulldogs again go middle of the court to Brown. This time they beat it easily with Theopolis coming the other way. She stops from 10 feet out, goes inside for Giles. Giles with a shot in traffic, no good. Ball's tipped around. Anna had the rebound for a moment, but it's taken out of her hands by Young. She comes up the court and has it stolen away by Olivia. Rude now brings it across here for the Bulldogs. Steps inside, and we got a whistle. And not sure exactly what the call was. Well, Bulldogs are going to still have the basketball after each team trades turnovers there. Madison has it. 4:37 to go first quarter. They lead it 6-5. Rude will inbound, gets it into Brown. Now to the corner for Giles. Steps back for a 3, and it's good from the corner for Jessie Giles. She's got 5 of the Bulldogs' 8. Bulldogs 9, rather. It should be. Maybe that wasn't a 3. They give her 2 on the shot. Bulldogs have an 8-5 lead right now on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Drive inside Williamson in traffic. Puts up the shot, no good. Rude and Brown were there to defend. They got her own rebound, though. Kicks it outside. Driving is Hanson. Pull-up jump shot from 16 feet is good for Taylor Hanson. And it's back to a 1-point Madison lead now at 8-7. Giles into the front court. Bounce pass for Gary. Gary coming in from the left side. Puts it up. Shot short. He got her own rebound, though. Underneath the basket. Needs to do something. Got rid of it. Got it out to Anna Theopolis. She'll fire a 3. Missed everything on it. And the rebound comes down to Hanson for Belle Fourche. The Bronx are on the run. Hanson drives inside. Tried to step around Anna Theopolis, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by Anna. Good defense, though. Anna set up right in the middle of the paint. Held her ground. Ramey Keegan checking into the ball game for Belle Fourche. Shayla Howell will come back in as well. Hanson checks out, as does Grubb. 3:39 to go in the first quarter. It's an 8-7 Madison lead in the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Belle Fourche has the basketball. Inbounds pass comes to Bird. Pardon me, that's Young out there. Young being guarded by Giles. Throws it into the right corner for Burr. Trying to pass inside. Giles deflects it, but the ball just out of bounds before she could save it. They were trying to go in for Howell. Down in the post, Shayla Howell, 5'9" post player, and Giles on the help defense knocked that ball away on the entry pass. Inbounds by Belle Fourche with 19 to shoot. They're trying to go into Howell again. They get her at the elbow. Howell drives, cut off by Brown, kicks it outside for a Burr 3, and it's good. Jade Burr with the 3, and Belle Fourche back to a 2-point lead. Now it's 10-8 Bronx. Giles crosses over, drives inside with the right hand off the window. Shot was short. Rebound Howell for Belle Fourche. Runs it up into the front court. Stops her dribble. Hands off to Young. Young right back to Howell. And out top of the key for Keegan. Nice look down inside. Reverse layup. Williamson too strong. Brown is there for the rebound. Long pass ahead down the sideline to Giles. Jesse crosses over to the middle of the paint. Kicks it into the corner for Theopolis. Theopolis driving baseline. Spins back behind her. Giles. Another chance at a long 3. No good. And the rebound tapped around and controlled by Belle Fourche. Williamson brings it up on the right side. 10-8 the lead for Belle Fourche here. We've gone back and forth in this first quarter with 2:30 to go. Left side for Williamson now as they work it around the arc. Howell top of the key. Now swung over to the right side. They go to the elbow. It's Williamson. Williamson trying to drive in on Brown. Brown little flop. Shot was up short. And the rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Maddie Gary. She'll bring it up. Still with the dribble. Maddie bounce pass away at the last second to Anna. They go inside for Brown now. Brown kicks it out. Gary, long 2 with a foot on the line is no good. Rebound taps out and controlled by Olivia. Finds a pass inside looking for Jessie and goes right through her hands and out of bounds. Jessie was wide open and she knew it. She started to make her move, kind of like a wide receiver making the move before she caught the basketball that time. Turnover on Madison with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter and 10-8 lead for Belle Fourche. Bulldog basketball here on AM 1390 from the Helena broadcast booth. Helena, Madison, People Products Knowledge. I'm Matt Gross. Thanks for joining us. First game of a doubleheader here on this Friday afternoon. Ball game got underway just a little bit early here, which is okay. We got a lot of games coming up. Riley Keegan with a nice drive, puts it in off the left hand. This is the first of 4 varsity games that will be played on this floor. Madison plays the doubleheader here with Belle Fourche, and then at St. Thomas More and Aberdeen Roncalli later tonight. Belle Fourche has the lead out to 4 now. This is their biggest of the first quarter. Pass over to Anna Theopolis on the right side, and they'll call her for a travel as she tried to drive. Same thing Nicole Brown did, kind of that little pump fake, and then took about a step and a half before she put the ball on the floor. 5th turnover of the first quarter on Madison with 1:26 to go. 12-8, Belle Fourche leads, and timeout. Officials coming over to have a little conversation here. I got to tell you, that's something I've noticed in the 2 games we played yesterday and the game here today. We have had more kind of official stops and conversations between officiating crews than you would certainly normally see. And now they're calling the 3rd official over, and now everybody's going to the bench here. So yesterday in the girls' game, we had this a couple of times, guys just kind of huddling up and talking. And then in the boys' game, the shot clock suddenly got some gremlins, didn't want to work. That took about 5 minutes to figure out. Now here we are, first quarter of this game, and the officials are huddling up. 1:26 to play here. 12-8 is the Belle Fourche lead. Bulldog basketball in Rapid City. Our broadcast way out of West River today, made possible in part by Helena of Madison. Madison Physical Therapy, Great Western Bank, and Avera Orthopedics. Now one of the officials comes over to have a talk at the scorer's table. It's 12-8 the score. Now, one thing they could be talking about, there was that Giles 3 a while back. I wonder if they're going to put a point on the board here. I have no idea. All that, I don't know what the conversation was. Nothing's changing on the board. Belle Fourche has the ball with 1:22 to go here in the first quarter. Madison trailing by 4, 12-8 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Inside it goes for Keegan. Keegan tried to pass outside. Gary tipped it around. It'll be in the hands of Burr. Now they go down low for Howell. Howell trying to fade away shot from 10 feet. No good. Nybert is into the ball game. Grabs the rebound for the Bulldogs. Nybert pass ahead Anna Theopolis. She throws it down the floor for Rude now. And the Bulldogs can settle into the offense. Corner 3. Nybert no good. And the rebound comes to Keegan for St. Thomas More. Throws ahead looking for Howell. Howell got a little bump by Rude. And that'll be a foul on Olivia, her first personal, and the team's first on the Madison Bulldogs. Just a foul apiece here in this game. It'll be Keegan to inbound, but not before Madison gets a sub in. Nicole Brown coming back in for the Bulldogs, replacing Maddie Gary. And the Bronx will bring Mandy Williamson back in as well. Under a minute to go here, first quarter, 12-8 Belle Fourche lead. They inbound the basketball underneath their own basket to Hanson. Now go inside Howell. Turnaround shot at Nicole. She blocked it, and Rude got the rebound. Theopolis will bring it up into the front court here for Madison. Anna stops, crosses over. Kicks out to Nybert on the wing. Oh, had Brown inside, didn't go there. Giles top of the key instead. Back to Nybert. Now they're being fronted. She tried that pass into Nicole, and that wasn't there, and they turn it over. So the Bulldogs had the opportunity the first time, didn't take it, and then turned it over. Fortunately, though, a long pass ahead intended for Howell goes out of bounds, and Belle Fourche gives it right back to the Bulldogs. Something you see a lot in high school basketball. You miss the player down in the post. You know you missed it. So you try to force it the next opportunity you get, and it leads to a turnover. Bulldogs trying to break the press. Pass ahead, Nybert. Nybert skips it over for Giles. She'll fire from 15 feet. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound tapped out by Rude, but it goes out of bounds. And it will be Belle Fourche basketball. 5 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 4-point Belle Fourche lead. Madison's going to go full court pressure here on the inbound. And the inbounds pass comes into Hanson. Hanson up into the front court, throws ahead Howell. Howell shot up just before the buzzer, no good. And the first quarter comes to an end. After one, it is Belle Fourche 12 and the Madison Bulldogs 8. Second quarter action coming up in 1 minute here on AM 1390 KJAM.
Great holiday season, and if you're traveling, drive safely. Secretary Diner is open 7 days a week at 6 a.m. and serves whatever you crave, from breakfast to burgers and fries, any time of the day. Monday through Friday, they serve daily noon lunches, and every Sunday, bring the family in for delicious brunch from 11 to 2. And if you need some help with holiday parties, Secretary Diner can prepare party platters with everything from appetizers to desserts, including delicious homemade pies. Happy holidays from Secretary Diner, located on Washington Avenue in Madison.
A complex system of bones, joints, ligaments, and tendons choreographs your body's movement through every step, every jump, and every throw. Where you get care for your body matters. Turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where technology and orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM in the Helena broadcast booth. Helena, Madison People, Products, Knowledge. Belle Fourche leading Madison 12-8 here in the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Hey, fans, don't forget to turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics. Belle Fourche has the basketball to start off our second quarter of play here. The ball at the top of the key. Here's Keegan. They work it around the arc again against Madison. Madison did a good job defensively, holding them to 12 points in that opening quarter. Here's a three fired up from the wing. Shot no good by Williamson. Rude has the rebound for the Madison Lady Bulldogs. Gives it up to Theophilus. Now ahead Rude. Tried to go inside. I think she was looking for Brown, but passed way off the mark, and Keegan pulled it in. Belle Fourche back with the ball. Opening minute here of this second quarter. First game of a doubleheader. Madison boys will play later today against Belle Fourche. Try to move to 6-0. Foul inside. Olivia was going for a steal. She commits her second foul. Maddie Gary quickly up off the bench will check in here as soon as we get a buzzer. And there she comes. And Olivia comes out. So Nybert Gary, Brown, Giles, and Theophilus on the floor right now for Madison. 7:16 to go in the second quarter. Belle Fourche still leading by 4. Madison went for the steal on the inbounds. They got it into Howell. She got a nice shot up. No good, though. Hanson with the offensive rebound kicks it out for Howell. Howell drives into the paint with her right hand. Skip pass out to the corner for Grubb. And back to the wing for Williamson. Right back into Howell, trying to bang her way in on Brown. Throws it up off the window. No good. Ball out of bounds. Last touched by Belle Fourche. They keep going into Shayla Howell at 5'9". She's given up a lot of height being guarded by Nicole in there. And Nicole Brown at 6'3". And it's been a struggle for Howell here. Inbounds pass intended for Giles is knocked away. Last touch by Hanson and Belle Fourche. Giles will inbound this time. Inbounds pass goes to Anna Theophilus. To the middle of the floor for Brown. Brown gives it right back to Anna, running down the sideline. Brings it up into the front court. Pass top of the key for Giles. Passes on the three. Drives inside. Left runner with the right hand, no good. Brown got the rebound. Lost a handle on it. It's knocked around. I think we're finally going to get a loose ball foul on the Bronx. On Courtney Grubb. That'll be her first personal, team second. Just 2 fouls apiece on these teams here in this first half. Inbounds underneath the basket by Theophilus. Lobs it up top. Finds Nybert. Catch and shoot 3. Back of the iron, no good. And the rebound controlled by Howell and the Bronx. Ahead to Hanson. Hanson ahead. Keegan. Keegan running in front of everybody. Left-handed layup, no good. Ball on the floor. We're going to have a jump. This one is going to go to Bulldogs. Yes, Madison. Possession arrow hadn't been switched at halftime, but everybody realized that right away. First subs in for Layton and Stewart here for the Bulldogs with 6:28 to go second quarter. Score's been 12-8 for a long time now. Stewart with the inbound, throws it for Jesse. Giles goes to the middle of the court, finds Gary this time. Finds a running Stewart down the sideline. Stewart lost a handle of the basketball, dribbles around, finds Gary. Gary just gives behind her to Jesse. Jesse lob inside for Nicole. Nicole wants 3 players and grabbed it, got her own rebound after a missed shot, and then threw it away to Hanson. Hanson drives in on Layton, counted, and the foul for Taylor Hanson. Taylor Hansen, pardon me. Her second bucket of the game. Layton with the foul. A chance for a three-point play here from Hansen. Lead up to 6 for Belle Fourche, their biggest of the game. Now make it 7. It's 15-8. Bronx with the lead. Madison trying to break the press again. Bulldogs, Giles dribbles to the double team and then nearly threw it away. Stewart corrals the loose ball for the Bulldogs. Throws into the corner, and now it is taken away. She's looking for Layton. Stewart, though, gets it right back. Stewart drives right side, puts it up off the glass, no good. Layton rebound and got fouled on the putback attempt by Hansen. Going back to that last possession by Madison, Nicole got the ball inside, kind of put up a half a shot before it was taken away, but there's no way that entry pass can be made. She's being fronted with help behind her. Somebody's got to be open. She got the ball. It was a triple team when she got it. Inbound pass goes to Giles for 3, and Madison's finally back on the board after about a 5-minute scoring hiatus. You need to be able to go into your big and Nicole Brown, but you have to give her a chance down there. Trying to answer with the 3 is Belle Fourche. Shot no good. Giles has the rebound fall right into her lap. She'll bring it up into the front court. Throw ahead for Nicole. Leaves it off last second. Looking for Layton. Knocked out of bounds by Keegan. And will stay Madison basketball. 5:19 to go, second quarter here. 15-11 is the lead for the Bronx of Belle Fourche. As they'll bring Payson Birkeland into the ball game for the first time. Birkeland, a 5'9 junior, comes in. Inbounds pass from Giles. Throws it into Brown. She was triple teamed. Caught it back to Jesse for a 3. Shot no good. And the rebound pulled in by Keegan. Keegan, long pass ahead. Down the court into the hands of Burr. Burr backs it back out. And back to Keegan now. She backpedals between the circles, trying to size up Gary. Throws it left side for Hansen. Hansen for Howell. Drives through the paint. Thought she might take that 15-footer. Step back instead. Layton tips a ball that was intended to the left side. It's corralled by Burr. And Belle Fourche, maintains the possession with 10 to shoot. Trying to go inside. They find Keegan. Keegan tiptoes the baseline. Hands off Hansen. Shot is up and in. Pardon me, that was Birkeland with the 2. And the Bulldogs quickly break the press, bring it up the floor. Into the corner for Layton. Layton out for Giles. Giles steps to the free throw line. Nice pass inside for Nicole. Turnaround shot from the left side, no good. Giles tried to follow the shot, but the rebound pulled in by Hansen. Long pass ahead. Howell's in front of everybody. Layup is good. For Shayla Howe's got 4, and the lead is now 8 for Belle Fourche, and it's a 19-11 lead and timeout on the floor. Bulldogs take a timeout, 4:19 to go here in the second quarter. It's 19-11 Belle Fourche, and we'll be back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Madison Physical Therapy.
Back with you here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. I'm Matt Gross. Bulldog basketball, Madison taking on Belle Fourche in the doubleheader this afternoon here on AM 1390 and online at AmazingMadison.com. Madison Lady Bulldogs trail Belle Fourche by a score of 19-11. Madison girls trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Lost to St. Thomas More last night. And then before the Christmas break at Beersford, dropped that game. Madison 2-4 on the season right now. Bulldogs have the basketball following the timeout. It'll be Layton on the floor with Stewart, Gary, Brown, and Giles. Outside for Kendra. Kendra trying to drive in on the baseline. Turns around behind her to Gary. Now to Giles. She'll fire away at a 3 from the wing. In and out, no good. And the rebound controlled by Belle Fourche. And then a loose ball foul on Maddie Gary, her first personal, team's 4th. .403 to go here in the second quarter. The lead is 8 for the Bronx of Belle Fourche, 19-11. Crossover by Hansen nearly shook Layton, but she stayed with her. She gives the ball up. Now over to the left side of the wing for Young. Young drives inside, got around her defender and Gary. Shot is up short. Then she went for the rebound and fouled Layton. And so the first foul on Riley Young. That's the fourth foul on Belle Fourche. Each team with 4 now. Giles with the basketball. She'll bring it up. Belle Fourche has fallen off. No press here. Pass looking for Layton is swatted away out of bounds. Stays with Madison. 25 on the shot clock. An undefeated Belle Fourche team here trying to stay that way against Madison, and they've opened up an 8-point lead, 19-11. Stewart with the basketball for the Bulldogs at the top of the key. Swings it over left side for Layton. Layton for Giles now, about 5 feet beyond the arc. Right side, Stewart. She'll take the 3. Short off the front of the iron, no good. And it's another one and done for Madison. Belle Fourche has done a great job on the boards, giving up a lot of height to Madison. Drive inside by Young, and they're going to give Young 2 shots. Ooh. She was very out of control heading into the paint. But it's going to get the foul call and a couple of opportunities here from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Riley Young, a 5'7" junior forward for Belle Fourche. First attempt is up and good. Free throws brought to you by Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance of Madison. No account too big or too small. We like them all. And Theophilus comes in for Madison. As Layton checked out. Second free throw up and good. Belle Fourche 3 of 3 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. In fact, neither team has missed a free throw. They haven't taken a lot, but neither team has missed. Theophilus drives towards double team, then gave it up for Jessie Giles. She'll set the offense in motion. Theophilus with it on the wing. Over on the right side. Skips a pass over to Jessie. Jessie a pump fake. Finds Nicole. Free throw line jump shot by Brown is up no good. Gary got the rebound. Her put back off the window is good for 2. Gary had a nice night with 8 points against St. Thomas More yesterday. She gets her first 2 here, and it's a 21-13 lead now for Belle Fourche. Pass to the top of the key. Now swung over left side. Open 3. Good for Taylor Hansen. And it's now 24-13, 11-point lead, biggest of the game for Belle Fourche. Full court pressure again is Giles. With the crossover, will bring it up herself. Comes up on the right sideline, tried to go crossover again and dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds. Turnover on Madison. Courtney Grubb comes back in for Belle Fourche, replacing Jade Burr. 2:20 to go here in the second quarter, 24-13. Belle Fourche has the lead and the basketball. Young brings it up. Ahead to Hansen, game's leading scorer. Hansen turns around, hands off behind her. Skip pass over to the left side for Belle Fourche. Back to Young. And now elbow for Williamson on the left side. Kind of lost a handle, but it goes right into the hands of Hansen. She drives, kicks out for Young again. Young steps inside the paint, puts up the jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound came down. It was a tie-up between Grubb and Williamson for Belle Fourche, and they'll get called for the travel. Hansen comes out, and Ramey Keegan back into the ballgame for the Bronx. They'll also sub Bella Jensen in for the first time. With 1:56 to go here in the second quarter, Madison has the basketball, trailing 24-13, and a foul on the inbounds pass by Grubb. That'll be her second. And the team's fifth. 5 on each team here. Stewart will inbound again for the Bulldogs. Olivia Rude's on the bench with 2 fouls here for Madison. If you're wondering why I haven't seen her in some time, picked up those 2 in the first quarter, hasn't played here in the second. Stewart to throw it in against full court pressure again. Gets it in for Jessie Giles. Goes to Gary. Gary sees an opening. She'll run it up across the timeline, but it's batted away from behind and out of her hands. Turnover forced by Hansen. Belle Fourche comes the other way. Pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebound into the hands of Giles for the Bulldogs. Throws it ahead, finds Anna Theophilus coming in left side. Traffic in front of her. She puts up the shot, no good, but a foul will send Theophilus to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. Foul's going to be on Keegan. That is Ramey Keegan's second personal, 6th on Belle Fourche, and Theophilus to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. She was 1 of 2 yesterday against St. Thomas More, her only point of the game. This one misses. And it remains an 11-point Belle Fourche lead. Rude comes back in for Madison. Gary out here. 24-13, Belle Fourche leading in the second quarter of this one. Second Theophilus free throw on its way. Back of the iron, no good. And the rebound, and then Rude comes in and tried to take it away from Hansen, and Rude commits her third foul, and she'll come right back out. So Rude was in for exactly 1 second of game time and commits the foul. And we'll go to the bench with 3 now. Gary comes right back in for Madison with 1:31 to go here in this first half. Hansen will bring it up. Picked up by Theophilus as she comes to the top of the key. Goes over to the left side, roundabout hand to Jensen. Swing it over to the right side, now into the corner. Williamson with it. Brown out on her, head her away from the basket. Drive inside by Hansen. Float up shot off the window, no good, but a foul. And Taylor Hansen will step back to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. She's got a game-high 8 in this ball game. 24-13, Belle Fourche leads with 1:21 to go here in the second quarter. Madison has scored just 5 points in the quarter. Free throw is up and good. Second Taylor Hansen free throw on its way. She's 2 of 2 from the GSN Insurance free throw line, and the lead now 13. Belle Fourche has doubled up the Bulldogs here, 26-13. Full court pressure, Madison. Theophilus gets it across the timeline and goes around a screen, turns around behind her, back to Maddie Gary. Back to Theophilus. She'll fire up a 3, wing on the right side, left it short. Gary fought through a good box out and got the ball. Now inside Jesse. Nice look from Anna. And the 2 is good for Jesse Giles. That breaks the run and makes it 26-15 here. 40 seconds to go in this first half. Burr comes around a screen, top of the key, passes over left side to Hansen. Anna on her. She turns around, drives inside, goes around Giles, puts up the shot, and good. Taylor Hansen with another 2. She's had a huge quarter here, and it's 28-15. Belle Fourche. Theophilus to the middle of the floor, gets the pass, drives into traffic, leaves it off for Maddie Gary, and her layup is good. Maddie Gary with 4 in the quarter, then Sturwald steals the inbound, puts it up, count it, and the foul for Brianna Sturwald. Got the steal, and now a chance to convert at the GSN Insurance free throw line and complete a 3-point play with 12 seconds to go here in this first half. Sturwald has a chance now to cut it to an 8-point lead here if she can hit the free throw. Brianna Sturwald was scoreless in the game yesterday. Coming off the bench with some good minutes replacing Rude, who's on the bench with foul trouble. She hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play. It's a 28-20 lead now for Belle Fourche. Hansen drives right through 3 defenders, throws up the shot, no good. Ball's tipped around and outside. 3-point shot. Burr at the buzzer, no. And the first half comes to an end. Madison, a little 5-point run there, got him back into things just before halftime. It's 28-20. Belle Fourche leading the Madison Bulldogs here. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. We've got the halftime show coming up next for you in 3 minutes. This is Bulldog Basketball on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
'Tis the season to smile, and lucky for you, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has lots of reasons for you to smile. Let's start with Christmas loans as low as 4.9% APR. And how about double the rewards points on Dakota Land Visa credit card purchases now through December 31st. And of course, the ever-popular Beat Bucks, perfect for every Christmas list. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details, and let your friends at Dakota Land give you a reason to smile. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC. Some of our favorite people are animals. We think they deserve the best. We give them all the care they need. You might even say we fix your pets. The love animals cherish, tender, loving animal care. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
The latest technology in breast cancer screening is available close to home at Madison Regional Health System. Our new 3D mammogram provides you one of the most effective tools in the early detection of breast cancer at a lower dose of radiation than many other 3D mammograms. If you are a woman, 40 and older, it is recommended that you receive a mammogram every year. Early detection saves lives, so schedule your 3D mammogram with Madison Regional Health System. Call us at 605-256-6551.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
We're back with you here on AM 1390 KJAM and AmazingMadison.com. It's the Bulldog Halftime Show live from Rapid City in this Cavalier Christmas Classic hosted by St. Thomas More at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. The Madison girls, a little 5-point run there in the last few seconds of the first half. Got themselves back into this ball game. Trail at 28-20 here to the Lady Broncs of Belle Fourche. Madison had the early lead in this one. The teams kind of traded leads the first 4 minutes of the ball game. Then Belle Fourche opened up a little bit of a cushion, led 12-8 after the end of the first quarter. It looked like we were going to have a really competitive ball game. Then Madison just went silent offensively. Some turnover problems, although not a ton for Madison, although 8 in the first half, probably a few more than I'm sure Coach Anderson would like. But the offense was just kind of struggling to get good shots up. They weren't necessarily turnovers, but they were putting the post players, particularly Brown and Gary, in some awkward situations, catching it amongst triple teams and having to fire up quick shots in traffic that didn't go anywhere. And then Belle Fourche also did a great job of taking away one of Madison's strengths, and that's offensive rebounding. This isn't a big Belle Fourche team. You've got some 5'9" players, Mandy Williamson, the biggest at 5'11", but not a team that you would expect to necessarily be able to out-rebound Madison the way they did in that first half. Part of that, probably Olivia Root in foul trouble for Madison. She's on the bench for almost the entire second quarter, and when she did come back in briefly, she quickly picked up her third foul. Madison, though, had some good shooting from outside. Jessie Giles with 9 points. I think she got robbed on a three that they gave her a 2-1, but we'll see if that 1 point comes into play or not. She's got 9 to lead the way here for Madison. Maddie Gary with 4, 2 for Olivia Root and Nicole Brown, and 3 for Brianna Stewart. For Belle Fourche, it was a slow start for them in the first half with 12 points, but then Taylor Hansen exploded for 10 in that second quarter. She's got 12 here to lead the way. 4 for Shayla Howell. Bulldogs did a very good job on her. They were trying to go inside to her on Nicole early, and she just does not have the size to compete with Nicole. They're going to have to find an answer, though, for Williamson, who at 5'11" is listed as the center, but she's essentially was playing point guard out there and drive it inside. Madison's going to have to find a way to, if they switch on her, to make sure that it's Giles or Theophilus is always picking her up to try to keep her out of the paint. 4 points for Howell, 2 for Keegan, 3 for Burr and Williamson. Young and Birkeland each with 2 for Belle Fourche. 28-20 the score here at halftime. Belle Fourche with the lead. They're an undefeated team trying to move to Now it would be 6-0 on the season if they can finish off the Bulldogs here in the second half. Then it'll be the Madison boys taking on the Belle Fourche boys. Speaking of teams trying to go to 6-0, Madison blew out St. Thomas More last night. And on paper, I tell you, the matchup looks very similar tonight against a struggling young Belle Fourche boys team. That's the second game of our doubleheader for you here at AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. Let's take another timeout. When we're back in 3 minutes, we'll have tip-off of the third quarter. That's next on KJAM.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck on their game. At Stadium Sports Grill, enjoy 50-cent wing Wednesdays and both traditional and boneless wings in several flavors from 5 to 10 p.m. Plus, they have 18 flat-screen TVs, full tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has a breakfast menu on the weekends from 11 to 2. Stadium Sports Grill is a proud supporter of the Madison Athletics and wishes the best of luck in the Bulldogs game.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
At Great Western Bank, they are giving you more control and greater connection with our digital checking account. An account that focuses on allowing you to bank wherever and access your money whenever. Plus, it includes new great benefits. Stop into your local branch or call them to learn more. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC. Sheridan staff at Second Street Diner wish everyone a great holiday season, and if you're traveling, drive safely. Second Street Diner is open 7 days a week at 6 a.m. and serves whatever you crave, from breakfast to burgers and fries, any time of the day. Monday through Friday, they serve daily noon lunches, and every Sunday, bring the family in for a delicious brunch from 11 to 2. And if you need some help with holiday parties, Second Street Diner can prepare party platters with everything from appetizers to desserts, including delicious homemade pies. Happy holidays from Second Street Diner, located on Washington Avenue in Madison.
Back here at the Helena broadcast booth. Helena Madison people, products, knowledge, ready to start the second half of basketball. Belle Fourche Broncs have the lead, 28-20, and we'll have the basketball to open up this third quarter of play. Hanson, who had the big first half, sets the offense in motion. Pass right side to Grubb, then into the hands of Williamson. Back out top of the key for Howell. Now they go inside. Running around the side is Williamson. Came around the screen as she caught that ball and lays it in on the right side for 2. And the lead back to 10 now for Belle Fourche. Williamson with 5 in the ball game as Giles brings it up. Passes into the corner for Anna Theophilus. Outside for Olivia Root. Out there with 3 fouls. Drives in from the right side. Outside for a 3 from Giles, and it's good. Jessie Giles, her second from downtown. 12 in the ball game for Jessie now. And it's a 30-23 score here on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Belle Fourche with the lead. Bounce pass on the right side comes into the hands of Williamson. Waits with it and finds Howell. Howell left side for Grubb. Bounce pass back, top of the key, driving inside again. Aggressive move by Williamson. Ball might have been blocked by the Bulldogs in there. Brown was around the area. Gary came up with a loose ball. Over to Theophilus, goes inside Nicole. Caught it in the block, lost a handle on the basketball. I think she was trying to pass it. Boy, Nicole had it on the block on the right side. That is money. Not somewhere she needs to be looking to pass that basketball. Turnover on Madison. 6:47 to go here, third quarter. 30-23. And losing a handle on it was Hansen. Giles picked it up. Now throw ahead for Theophilus. Too far, though. Anna couldn't track it down. It goes out of bounds. Bulldogs missed an opportunity there. Couldn't take advantage of the Belle Fourche turnover. They commit their 10th themselves, Madison. And give it right back to the Bronx here. Lead it by 7, 30-23. Belle Fourche does as they bring it up into the front court. Pass outside for Grubb. Took a little while on that two-bouncer to get to her. She goes for Hansen. Now inside Howell. Howell doesn't like it against Brown. Passes it back out. Driving inside is Williamson. Shot up no good. Offensive rebound Grubb. Shot no good. Another rebound comes to Williamson. 2 offensive rebounds for the Bronx in that possession. We talked about how they were just dominating the class here against Madison. And it's going to pay off with a trip for 2 shots at the GSN Insurance free throw line here for Mandy Williamson. Foul on Nicole Brown is her first personal. Williamson, front end is up and good. She's got all 3 points for Belle Fourche in this third quarter as they lead at 30-20, or it should be, yeah. Not sure that score on the board is right, so we're going to wait a minute. She hits them both. And with 6:07 to go, the Bulldogs will bring it up 32-24. There we go. They finally put that score up. Anna Theophilus sets the ball in motion here for the Bulldogs. Madison outside for Giles. Now right side Theophilus again. Finds Nyberg. Back to Anna. Gary trying to post up in the right block. Top of the key for Giles. Straightaway 3 is off the front of the iron. No good. And the rebound to Howell for St. Thomas More. Taken away by Gary. Now it's poked away from behind. Ball's loose. Maddie dies on the floor and going to force the jump ball. Madison will maintain possession here. And so it'll be Theophilus to trigger the inbounds. After Gary forced the turnover. Pass comes to Nyberg. Nyberg goes inside for Brown, and a reach-in foul called on Belle Fourche. Brown grabbed that ball on the right elbow. I think they got Howell. Nope. Going to be Williamson. That's her first personal. Team's first here in the second half. And Theophilus will trigger the inbounds again. Brown trying to fight through a double team inside. They do go inside for her, but the ball never got to her. Taken away by Keegan as it was loose on the floor off the failed inbounds pass. Long lob ahead to Howell. Howell collects herself underneath the basket, puts up the shot, no good. Another offensive rebound by Belle Fourche, but it's tipped around. Might have been poked away by Theophilus. It's picked up by Nyberg. She'll throw to Giles. Giles, long pass ahead to a running Brown. And Nicole in stride lays it in for 2. The center run in the court. A couple of times we've seen her do that, get fast break opportunities. And a little hand check foul on Nyberg as the drive by Courtney Grubb. Nyberg will commit the foul. That's her first, team's second here in the second half. 32-25, Belle Fourche with the lead. 5:06 to go in the third quarter here on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Keegan will trigger the inbounds on the baseline. Keegan goes into the corner for Howell. Nyberg on her. Skips a pass right side. Oh, open was Hansen. She did not take the 3. Settles instead and passes away to Keegan. Bulldogs, looks like they've gone into a little 2-3 zone. Elbow 3, no good. Rebound comes out to the Bulldogs. Long pass ahead to Giles and poked out of her hands and out of bounds. Madison will keep the possession here. 32-25, Belle Fourche. They have led since midway through the first quarter. Giles will bring it up here for the Bulldogs. Crosses over, comes to the right side, passes away for Theophilus. Gary trying to post up, down low, nothing there. Now Brown flashes through. Skip left side for Giles. Giles late on the pass, looking to go to Gary, and it was knocked away by Grubb out of bounds. Stays with Madison, 16 to shoot. Grubb going to check out as Burr comes back in for Belle Fourche. Bulldogs will have 15 to shoot now as the ball comes into Brown. Brown goes down low, block for Giles. Giles puts it up off the window and one for Jesse Giles, and a chance for the three-point play for the GSN Insurance free throw line. She's got 15 of Madison's 25 points and a chance for one more here. Madison's got it down to 5, can cut it to 4 if Giles can hit the free throw. Madison 3 of 5 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Free throw is up by Jesse and good. A big game perhaps brewing here for Madison's Jesse Giles as the Bulldogs have cut the lead down to 4, 32-28. Outside three-point shot, Keegan, no good, and it goes off the shot clock and out of bounds, and Madison basketball. Belle Fourche will set up with the full court pressure here. Nybert gives it into Giles. Giles throws into Gary. Gary waits, back to Jesse as the Bulldogs beat the press. Giles holds with the basketball, waits for a Brown screen, goes inside in the give and go. Brown in traffic, puts it up off the window. Beautiful catch and control by Nicole Brown, and I love the pick and roll action with the big 6'3" center that time, getting her the ball on the move, heading to the basket. Madison's got it down to a 2-point game, 32-20. With the basketball is Hanson. She gives away into the corner for Williamson. Williamson back out to Hanson. Step back three from the wing. It's short, no good. Ball's tipped around. Brown fight for it, and we could have another jump ball. And we will. It'll be Belle Fourche basketball. 3:37 to go here in this third quarter. Madison has cut it down to a 2-point Belle Fourche lead. Bronx had the basketball. Inbounds pass comes to Hanson. Hanson right back into the corner. Keegan faked in the three, drives inside, tried to pass it from the left side of the lane to the right, but it was knocked out of bounds by Anna Theophilus. Belle Fourche still with the ball, just 12 to shoot, though. Lob on the inbounds pass, top of the key. Burr, a three, good. For Jade Burr, her second from downtown. Bulldogs trying to beat the press, come across quickly. Find a wide open Gary underneath the basket for an easy lay-in on the cross-court pass from Jesse Giles. 6 in the game for Maddie Gary. It's a 3-point lead here for the Bronx. 35-32. Drive inside by Hanson. Kicks it out for Williamson. Williamson steps in. Now passes behind her to Keegan. She'll get back to Williamson. 15-foot jump shot. No good. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Theophilus, out of bounds. Oh, no, they're saying it's going to stay here. They'll say last touched by Anna, and it'll be Keegan to inbound. 3:02 to go, third quarter, and a 3-point Belle Fourche lead. Pass goes into the corner, Hanson. Hanson tries to go inside. Brown knocked it away. Gary picks up the loose ball. Gary brings it up across the timeline, turns around, slows it down, and she didn't have numbers. Passes away to Anna Theophilus now to set the offense in motion for the Bulldogs. Bounce past Nybert on the right side. Top of the key for Giles. Giles finds Brown on the block, left side. Here comes a double team, and it's taken away from behind by Hanson. 11th turnover on the game for Madison. Hanson tried to drive, but Giles there will turn her around. She steps back out beyond the arc, still with the dribble into the corner for Keegan now. Keegan pass inside, taken away by the Bulldogs again. As Theophilus will pick it up, the loose ball was forced by Gary. Pass to Giles on the right wing. She'll slow it up. Now they go free throw line for Nicole Brown. Brown playing a little high post, gives it away for Nybert. Fakes on the three, steps inside the arc for a 15-foot jump shot. No, but she got fouled in the closeout. And it'll be 2 shots for Nybert from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Foul was on, I believe, Hanson, which would be her second personal foul. Free throw by Kenna Nybert is good. First points of the game for Kenna Nybert from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Berkland checks in for Belle Fourche. And the Bulldogs brought a sub in as well. We'll check that in a moment. Second free throw is up and good by Nybert. Sub for the Bulldogs is Grace Nelson, who's come into the ball game here with 2:09 to go in the third quarter. Lead is down to 1 for Belle Fourche, 35-34, pardon me. Inside it goes for Keegan. Keegan stepped through the double team. Shot no good. Got her own rebound and got fouled. And it'll be 2 shots for Ramey Keegan as Belle Fourche continues to work the offensive glass. Foul on Maddie Gary is her second personal foul. Ramey Keegan to the GSN Insurance free throw line for the first time this afternoon. The first free throw is good. Well, maybe I can put the announcer jinx on him. Belle Fourche hasn't missed from the GSN Insurance free throw line. They're 8 of 8. 9 of 9 as Keegan knocks it down. It's back to a 3-point lead here for the Bronx. Nelson away to Giles as the Bulldogs bring it up across the timeline. Gessie still with the dribble off the left wing. She backs away out near the half-court line. Passes off to Nelson. Nelson, top of the key for Theophilus. Brown's on the bench right now for Madison, so Gary playing the center position. Madison's gone a little bit small here. Giles with 10 to shoot, has it at the top of the key. Steps back, pass away for Anna Theophilus, and we've got a hold inside on Belle Fourche. It came with 5 seconds on the shot clock, so that's going to reset it here. Give the Bulldogs a break. Fourth foul on Belle Fourche. Comes with 1:26 to go here in the third quarter. Madison down 37-34. Fresh shot clock for the Bulldogs. Inbounds pass to Giles. She thought about that quick fire three. Pulls it down instead. Step back jump shot from just inside the arc is no good. Offensive rebound by the Bulldogs, Gary, and it's going to give the possession on the jump to Madison. So Madison finally with an offensive rebound, giving Belle Fourche a little taste of their own medicine. With 1:18 to go, now the horn sounds. Are we going to get another discussion? Nope, we're good to go. Theophilus triggers the inbounds pass for Madison. Looking to go inside to Nelson. Nothing doing. She passes out top of the key for Giles. Giles waits. Still just holding with the basketball. 5-second count on her. If she doesn't move there, she finally at the last second goes for Theophilus. Inside looking for Gary. Gary turns into a double team and going to be called for a double dribble. That double team, sometimes triple team, collapsing so quickly inside. Somebody's got to be open on a quick pass if Madison can find it. Something they maybe start taking advantage of late in this game. Under a minute to go, third quarter. And a 3-point lead for Belle Fourche. They've got the basketball. Swing it over into the hands of Williamson. They go inside. Turnaround shot by Keegan, no good. Ball tipped around. Nybert fighting for the loose ball, but it's going to be controlled by Belle Fourche. Out for Hansen. Hansen inside for Berkland. Berkland turnaround jump shot, no good. Gary grabs the rebound. Gary looking to push it here. And didn't need to. She didn't have numbers, and she lost the ball. Belle Fourche coming the other way. Outside Williams, and a three is no good. Offensive rebound. Keegan put back up is good for Ramey Keegan. 3 offensive rebounds and a steal in that transition of events there for Belle Fourche. And Madison now holds for the last shot. Giles for Anna Theophilus with 9 seconds. Skips a pass right back to Giles. Shot up from the block right side is good for Gessie. 3 seconds, 2, 1. Half-court shot is no good. And the third quarter comes to an end. After 3, it's Belle Fourche 39, the Bulldogs 36. We're back with fourth quarter action in 1 minute on KJAM.
Joints, ligaments, and tendons choreographs your body's movement through every step, every jump, and every throw. Where you get care for your body matters. Turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where technology and orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing Asgrow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
Welcome back here to the Helena broadcast booth. Helena Madison, people, products, knowledge. Belle Fourche with a 39-36 lead on the Madison Bulldogs as we start the fourth quarter here in Rapid City. Belle Fourche has the basketball to open the fourth. It's Young. Setting the offense in motion, finds Grubb, who drives baseline. Got the shot blocked, though, by Nicole. And the rebound to Nicole. She throws it ahead for Giles. Giles ahead Theophilus in front of everybody. The layup is good. For Anna Theophilus, ran the floor well, used that track speed that time. Got down in front of Belle Fourche and got the easy 2 and back to a 1-point game, 39-38. Brown got in Williamson away from the basket. She drove inside around Brown and then got fouled by Maddie Gary. Foul on her third personal on Gary. So she and Olivia each with 3. They're both on the floor here for the Bulldogs, who have the starting 5 out there. Inbounds pass to Howell. Skip pass. Oh, was trying to go out for Williamson and nearly over and back, but she saved it. Williamson comes into the front court. Leaves off behind her. Now to the corner right side for Keegan. Keegan into the middle for Williamson. Williamson shot blocked out of bounds by Nicole Brown. .21 to shoot, so plenty on the shot clock here for the Bronx. 39-38, Belle Fourche with a 1-point lead. Goes right into Howell in the inbound, then back outside, long 2, Grubb. No good. Brown grabs the rebound, throws it ahead. She was looking for Theopolis and never even got close to her. Rude nearly forces a turnover, but Howell pulls it in. Keegan with the basketball. The Bronx can reset. Young steps way back. Giles and now Theopolis come out on her, and Brown, oh, they're going to get her for a foul. She came in, was looking for the steal on Howell, but it'll be a loose ball foul on Nicole Brown. That'll be the 6th on the Madison Bulldogs here in the second half. So with 6:59 to play, Belle Fourche will be in the bonus on the next Bulldog foul. Grubb triggers the inbounds. Finds Keegan right inside for Williamson, working on Brown, turns it around. They're going to get Brown for another foul right away. And that's quickly going to be 3 on Nicole. And that will send Mandy Williamson to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. Williamson with 7 points in the ball game. She's 2 of 2 from the line. Brought to you by Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance of Madison. No account too big or too small. We like them all. Knocks down the first there. Puts the lead back to 2, 40-38 here on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. First game with a doubleheader. Boys game coming up here in just a little bit with the Mustang Seeds postgame show on the way for you. Free throw by Williamson is good. 3-point lead for Belle Fourche. And they will call off the press, with the Bulldogs still kind of aggressively come up the floor with it. Rude lost a handle on the basketball. Passes behind her for an open Giles 3. It's good. Jessie Giles with the 3, and she has tied this game up. First time we've been tied since the first quarter. 41-41 is the score. Pass inside, now back out. Long 2 coming from Keegan. Shot up, no good. Another offensive rebound. Putback got blocked. Rebound, though, pulled in by Grubb, and she gets fouled. 2 more offensive rebounds on that possession for Belle Fourche. Madison can just not keep the Bronx off the glass. Grubb back to the line. Bulldog basketball coming your way here in Rapid City, brought to you thanks to the generous support of our sponsors, including Avera Orthopedics, where orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics. Free throw attempt by Grubb would break the tie, and it does. Belle Fourche has still not missed from the GSN Insurance free throw line. They are 12 of 12. 13 of 13 now as Grubb connects on both. And it's back to a 2-point lead here for the Bronx. Giles with the basketball and a timeout called by Madison. 6:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. 43-41. Belle Fourche with the lead. Bulldogs with the ball. And we'll be back after a 30-second timeout on KJAM.
It's the season to smile. And lucky for you, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has lots of reasons for you to smile. Let's start with Christmas loans as low as 4.9% APR. And how about double the rewards points on Dakota Land Visa credit card purchases now through December 31st. And of course, the ever-popular Beat Bucks, perfect for every Christmas list. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details and let your friends at Dakota Land give you a reason to smile. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Back here in Rapid City, in the Helena broadcast booth, Madison Bulldogs trail the Belle Fourche Bronx by a score of 43-41. Bulldogs have the basketball following the timeout. 6:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Quick Giles 3, no good. Gary rebound, put back up off the window, good for 2. 6 in the game for Maddie Gary, and she's tied the game up again at 43. Ball goes into the left side. Williamson trying to drive in on Nicole Brown. Puts the shot up short. Bulldogs got the rebound. Giles comes away with it for Madison. Giles hesitates, drives inside left side. Lost a handle on the basketball. Last touched by Belle Fourche. 5:49 to play. Here in this ball game, we're tied at 43. Giles to trigger the inbound. Throws it in for Gary. Gary into the paint. Runner with the right hand. Good and one for Maddie Gary. And the Bulldogs have retaken a lead for the first time since midway through the first quarter. It's 45-43. Madison trying to hand Belle Fourche their first loss of the season. The Bronx are a perfect 6-0 after beating the previously undefeated Aberdeen Roncalli here just last night. Gary, free throw is up. No good. And the rebound controlled by Williamson. Ahead to Hanson now, and she'll bring it up into the front court for St. Thomas More. Quickly, pass down low. Howell, shot up on Brown is good. Howell with the two, and we're tied again at 45. Giles up for Madison, walks it over to the left side. Gary trying to post up high there at the elbow. Pass goes to Theophilus off the wing. Nybert comes to the top of the key, grabs the basketball. Quick pass over to Jesse. Jesse, nice look down low. Brown turns around off the window, left it short. And the rebound to Belle Fourche. Bulldogs come with some full court pressure here. Hanson going to run around Theophilus and bring it up into the front court. Three, quickly up, no good by Burr. And offensive rebound, but out of bounds off the hands of Howell. So Bulldog basketball with 5:01 to go. We're tied at 45 here in this fourth quarter. Giles up the court for Madison. Gets picked up by Keegan as she comes to the top of the key. Bounce pass left side for Nybert. Brown trying to post up, nothing doing there. Here's Anna Theophilus. Kick outside for a Nybert. Three, left side, no good. And the rebound to Belle Fourche. It'll be Hanson pushing the tempo as she comes up into the front court. Hanson now slows it up. Hands off behind her to Williamson. Williamson looking to drive on Nicole. It'll be a charge. Maybe a little flop on Nicole. She tried it in the first half. It didn't work, but she gets the call here. Williamson definitely forced the contact. And Brown able to force the turnover. Bulldog basketball. Here comes the full court pressure again by Belle Fourche. Giles waits, goes to Gary at the middle of the floor. She'll step it across the timeline, pick up her dribble, nearly lost it, got it back eventually. Nope, to Giles. Now she finds Theophilus. Bulldogs with the basketball. Pass goes to Nybert. Nybert in the corner on the left side. Passes for Anna again. Gary posting up at the free throw line. Bounce pass goes right to Giles. Now into Gary. Gary turns around through a double team. Got it blocked from behind by Hanson. And the rebound to Belle Fourche. They push it up into the front court. Top of the key. Now out to the left side for Hanson. Hanson goes inside. And then back out. Three-point shot. Keegan, no good out the front of the iron. Offensive rebound. Put back, no. Giles with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Under 4 minutes to play here. We're still tied at 45. Giles into the front court. Passes for Nybert. Nybert skips it over to Theophilus now. Around a Giles screen. She stops, pulls up from 17 feet, and connects. Theophilus with 4 now in the ball game. And it's 47-45. Madison Bulldogs with the lead. Outside Keegan trying to get it right back with a 3. Air ball there. Williamson got the rebound, but she stepped out of bounds as she brought it in. Yeah, you can see it from up here. It's the one angle I got a pretty good look at is right on that baseline below us here. Timeout on the floor. 47-45. Bulldogs have a 2-point lead with 3:09 to go in the fourth quarter. We're back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC. Some of our favorite people are animals. We think they deserve the best. We give them all the care they need. You might even say we fix your pets. The love animals cherish, tender, loving animal care. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Back here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center, where the Madison Bulldog girls are trying to give Belle Fourche their first loss of the year. Madison leading 47-45 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. 3:09 to go here in the fourth. Hey, fans, remember to turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. You can learn more at avera.org/orthopedics. Madison Bulldogs have the basketball following the timeout. Anna Theophilus will trigger the inbounds here for Madison. Gets it into Giles under full court pressure. Back to Anna. Anna calling for a little help. Throws to Nicole. Nicole goes back to Anna. Still haven't crossed the timeline. Now she finally comes across. Man, nearly walked with it. Gave it away to Giles. Bulldogs with 20 on the shot clock and set it in motion here. Giles crosses over. Comes across the Gary screen, although the screen never really hit the defender. Giles still with the dribble. Backs up and gives it away for Anna in the corner. Skip pass over to Nicole. Nicole driving in from the baseline. Stops, lost a handle of the basketball. Was stripped out of her hands by Williamson and out of bounds with 4 seconds to go on the shot clock here for Madison. They'll have the possession in the baseline. Giles to trigger the inbounds. Throws it in for Anna Theophilus. Gives it back to Jesse. Corner three, right side. Got it! Giles with the three. Her fourth from downtown. And a little injury, it appears, to Jade Burr. Oh, yeah, I don't know if she came down, stepped on somebody's ankle, but she is limping to the sideline. Grubb's coming in to replace her. Howell is helping Burr to the sideline. Jade Burr, a 5'1 junior, comes off the bench here for Belle Fourche. Bulldogs have opened up their biggest lead of the game, 5 points, 50-45 with 2:31 to go here in this fourth quarter. Bulldogs trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. Belle Fourche Hansen with the basketball. Leaves it off for Grubb. Grubb, left side, now into the hands of Howell, guarded by Gary. Top of the key, driving around is Keegan. Skips back behind her for a Hansen jump shot. Back of the iron, no good. Gary, fight for the rebound, pulled it in with Williamson. It's a jump ball, and it's going to Madison. Taylor Hansen had 12 points in the first half against Madison. They've held her scoreless here in the second half. Theophilus under full court pressure, inbounds to Giles. Giles holds with it, goes back to Anna. And Anna waits now, crosses over into the left hand, comes across the timeline. And slows up before she dribbles into the double team, gives it away to Jesse. Giles waits, right side for Nybert, under 2 to go here in this game. Madison leading by 5. Gary with the basketball in the corner. Gary back to Giles, left side for Theophilus, into the corner for Nybert. 10 on the shot clock. Nybert for the free throw line to Nicole. Nicole finds Gary. Gary drives in, puts it up, got fouled. Gary had Grubb trying to reach in on her, and then she kind of swept the arms through. I think she caught her right in the face, but she definitely was reaching in and was had her hand on Gary's arms, so she was the one initiating the contact, and then Gary's elbow kind of hit her as she was going up to put the shot up. Maddie's going to go to the line to shoot 2 here. Been a big game for Maddie Gary offensively, but she misses on the free throw. She had 8 points yesterday, 10 today. Chance to make it 11 here. She connects on the second from the GSN Insurance free throw line. The lead up to 6 now for the Madison Bulldogs. 51-45, 1:30 to go here in this fourth quarter. Williamson with the basketball, guarded by Nybert. Top of the key, that was Young, Barbie. Now it's Williamson. Now into the hands of Keegan. Keegan back behind her to Young. Young for Williamson. Crosses over, drives through Giles and Brown's double team. Brown was there to get a block on it. Gary picked up the rebound and wisely turned around instead of pushing the tempo, realizing, hey, we got the lead, let's run some clock. Ball knocked out of bounds by Belle Fourche. It'll stay Madison basketball. Madison leads 51-45 with 1:08 to go here in the ball game. Nybert will inbound right in front of the Madison bench, but first we're going to get a timeout taken by Belle Fourche. Timeout on the floor. Bulldogs have a 6-point lead and the basketball with 1:08 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds here with more from Rapid City on KJAM.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
1:08 to go here in this fourth quarter. Bulldogs with the basketball and a 6-point lead on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Nybert inbounds it to Brown. Brown finds a wide open Gary on the right side. Lay in, no good. Late whistle, they're going to get the foul call. And definitely took a hit. And it'll send Maddie back to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2 again. Williamson picks up the foul. That is her 4th. So Maddie Gary to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. First one is up and it rattles home. That's a big one. Makes it a 7-point lead and a 3-possession lead now for the Bulldogs with 1:04 to go here in the game. Second free throw up, hits back iron, pops up, drops in. And it's 53-45 now. Madison with the lead. Belle Fourche up into the front court. Keegan with the basketball in the corner. Cut off by Giles. She passes top of the key into the hands of Williamson, who'll fire away to 3 and knock it down. Mandy Williamson with the 3, and a timeout quickly by head coach Bill Burr of Belle Fourche. 50 seconds to play. It's Madison by 5, 53-48. We'll take another 30-second timeout here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
50 seconds to go, fourth quarter here. Madison leading 53-48. Girls game of this doubleheader between the Bulldogs and Belle Fourche. Bulldogs had the basketball. Full court pressure by Belle Fourche. Inbounds came to Nybert. She got knocked to the ground. They're going to say it was knocked out of bounds. No foul. Hit out of bounds by Howell. And so Anna Theophilus will trigger the inbound again here for Madison. Theophilus waits. Hands it off to Nybert. Nybert had it poked away, taken away, and then a foul on Kenna. So turnover number 15 on the Bulldogs. And the foul on Nybert is going to be a 1-and-1 for Taylor Hansen, who hasn't scored here in the second half after putting up 12 in the first. Lead is 5 for the Bulldogs with 45 seconds left, but now a 1-and-1 and a huge first free throw coming up here for Hansen. Front end of the bonus from the GSN Insurance free throw line rattles in. Belle Fourche has still not missed a free throw. They are now 14 of 14 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Second free throw up and good. Nothing but net on that one. And the lead is 3 for the Bulldogs. Full court pressure again. Giles with the basketball. Finds Brown. Brown throws ahead to Nybert. Nybert dribbles up off her foot, out of bounds. Back-to-back Bulldog turnovers with 39 seconds to go. Nybert's coming out. Kendra Layton coming back in for Madison with a 3-point Bulldog lead here. It'll be Layton, Theophilus, Giles, Gary, and Brown on the floor for Madison. Bronx with the basketball. This game not done yet. Belle Fourche with Hansen, brings it up. Ahead for Young, a wing on the left side. Back to the top of the key for Williamson. Around the screen she goes. Back into the corner for Young. Young drives into the block, turns around behind her. Williamson, she drives inside, puts up the shot with contact, no whistle, jump ball, and it's going to stay here with Belle Fourche, but now 18 seconds to go. Madison leading by 3, 53-50. Timeout taken by Belle Fourche. 53-50, Madison leads, 18 seconds to go. Belle Fourche with the basketball when we come back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Hunter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Hunter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Hunter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Hunter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Madison Physical Therapy.
18 seconds to play here in this ball game, in this fourth quarter at least. 53-50, Madison Bulldogs with a 3-point lead. Belle Fourche with the basketball. They'll inbound on the baseline. If you're Madison, the key right here, defend the inbounds pass hard. Don't foul anything under any circumstances. Inbounds pass to Hanson. Hanson dribbles it out to the top of the key. Bulldogs man-to-man. Anna Theophilus on her. Pass left side for Young. Young now with 10 seconds. Passes away Williamson. Williamson steps outside. Pass right side. Hanson thought about the three with 4 seconds. Now she'll take the three and knock it down with 2 seconds to go. And the Bulldogs, did they get the timeout? Coach Anderson was screaming timeout. Hanson hit the three to tie the game. They're going to grant the Bulldogs a timeout. Now, how much time are they going to give Madison? We'll have to go the length of the court here. Taylor Hanson had 12 points in the first half. She had been shut out until with about 45 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. She had a pair of free throws, and there she knocks down the three-point shot. They're only going to give Madison 0.8 seconds. So this has got to be a lob down the court for the Bulldogs and try to get something in stride here. Really the only chance Madison has. Wow. Bulldogs led by 7 in the late moments of this fourth quarter. Madison had a 7-point lead with about 1:20 to go. Had a 6-point lead with under a minute to go. But Belle Fourche comes back, gets the three from Hanson. A pair of turnovers, back-to-back Bulldog turnovers with under 20 seconds. Gave the Belle Fourche Broncs this opportunity here as the Bulldogs break the timeout. We're tied at 53. Overtime looming unless the Bulldogs can pull out a miracle with 0.8 seconds to go. Nicole Brown stands at the half-court line, and I have to imagine something's headed her way. It'll be Anna Theophilus to trigger the inbounds here for the Bulldogs. See what they can come up with. Theophilus just inbounds to Giles. She'll fire it up. I don't know if she got it off in time, but it doesn't have much of a chance. And our ball game is going to overtime. We're tied at 53 after regulation. We'll be back with overtime in 1 minute here on KJAM.
Technology and breast cancer screening is available close to home at Madison Regional Health System. Our new 3D mammogram provides you one of the most effective tools in the early detection of breast cancer at a lower dose of radiation than many other 3D mammograms. If you are a woman 40 and older, it is recommended that you receive a mammogram every year. Early detection saves lives, so schedule your 3D mammogram with Madison Regional Health System. Call us at 605-256-6551.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience, and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
Back here in Rapid City, we've got bonus basketball in this doubleheader as Madison and Belle Fourche tied at 53 as we head to overtime. Nicole Brown will jump it up, and the opening tip knocked around and controlled by the Broncs of Belle Fourche. We have the basketball. Williamson thought about the two. Gets it out to Hanson, who tied it up with the three just moments ago. Over to Keegan now. She'll reset the offense. Young with the basketball. Crosses over, looking to drive on Brown. Pulls up her dribble at the elbow. Finds Hanson. Hanson back outside for Williamson. Williamson knocked away by Brown. She stayed with it, though, now with 10 to shoot. Williamson free throw line. Williamson drives in, try to kick it outside. 4 seconds to shoot. It's going to be Young forcing up the shot. Never hit the rim in the shot clock violation. Now, when they didn't actually call it, it was a putback attempt. Bulldogs came down with the basketball anyway. Madison's first possession here in overtime. Layton over on the right side. Top of the key for Anna Theophilus. Anna waits, finds Kendra. Now elbow jump shot. Brown, no good off the side of the iron. Giles tries to save it and stepped out of bounds. And it will be Belle Fourche basketball. 1 minute gone by here in overtime. Nobody's scored yet. We're tied at 53. It'll be full court pressure by Madison on the inbounds. Pass comes into Keegan. Keegan drives around Layton, throws it ahead for Young. Young quickly up into the front court. Free throw line, drive inside. Howell off the window and good. Shayla Howell with 2. And Belle Fourche takes the lead, 55 to 53. As Giles walks it up for the Madison Bulldogs. Jesse still holding with the dribble. They clear it out for her on that side, but we're going to get a 5-second call. I don't understand what the idea is and what Madison was trying to do there. Everybody was standing on one side. They opened up the right side of the court, and then Jesse just dribbled it in one spot. But timeout taken by the Bulldogs following the turnover. We'll keep it right here just to remind you we've got the boys' game coming up for you. Second part of this doubleheader. Mustang Seeds post-game show on the way. We'll give you the final tallies of this one, and then get ready for the boys' game. Interview with Coach Ricky that we had last night. We'll have that coming up for you before the Madison boys take on Belle Fourche. This Belle Fourche girls team 6-0 on the season. They beat Aberdeen Roncalli yesterday. That was a matchup of undefeated teams. Belle Fourche came away with the victory by 8 points. Madison had them by 7 late in the fourth quarter, but Belle Fourche comes back to tie it up at 53. Now they've got a 2-point lead, 55-53 here, 2:30 to go in overtime, and the Broncs have the basketball. As they bring it up into the front court. Coming around the screen is Keegan. Double screen as she comes to the right side. Hands off to Young. Young back behind her to Hanson. Hanson. Skip pass over to Keegan on the left side. Back to Hanson between the circles with Anna Theophilus on her. They're taking a lot of time in their last couple possessions. Drive inside. Nope, now a pass back out. Going to be outside Young for a 3. No good. And rebound tipped around right into the hands of Howell. Couldn't hit from point-blank range. Rebound came down to Belle Fourche. Referees are going to huddle up. They're going to say a traveling call on Williamson. Will give the ball to Madison. Bulldogs survived that one. Boy, Howell had it right under the basket, wide open, and just couldn't put it in. Theophilus will trigger the inbounds pass here. Finds Kendra Layton. Bulldogs almost threw it away. Giles comes up with it. Jesse picks up her dribble. Pass away to Anna Theophilus. Throws ahead for Kendra. And Layton comes down, tracks down the basketball. Finds Anna again at the top of the key to set the offense. Bulldogs down 2, 1:40 to go in overtime. Bounce pass for Layton. By the way, this is the second overtime Madison's played this year. They won in Coleman in the entry against DeSmit. Inside to Gary. Gary turnaround shot from the right side is good. And what a game Maddie Gary has had for the Bulldogs. She's tied it back up at 55 apiece. Hesitation move by Hanson. Anna stays right with her. Hands off for Young. Young goes inside Williamson. Anna poked the ball away, and then it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williamson. So Theophilus forces the turnover, and the Bulldogs will get the basketball with 1:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Or overtime, I should say. Anna will trigger the inbounds again. Finds Giles. Jesse, dangerous pass back to Anna. Now she'll put it on the floor. Throw it ahead for Gary. Gary comes up into the front court. And passes back behind her to Jesse Giles. She'll hold the basketball now on the wing on the right side with 1 minute to go in overtime. Tied at 55. Bounce pass right into the hands of Young. It was taken away cleanly. She will slow it up as Giles got back defensively. Another costly late turnover there by the Bulldogs. That was thrown right to her. Hands off for Hanson here. Theopolis tried to drive around a screen. They'll switch it. Picked up by Gary. Hanson handed off to Young. Got it back with 17 to go here on the shot clock. 35 on the game clock. Hanson backs it back out. Guarded by Giles. Here comes the screen. To the right side, she dribbles. Pulls up behind her. Hands off to Young. Young coming in on the left side. Beautiful drive. Got the layup she wanted. No good. Brown with the rebound. Needs help. Nobody came back to get her. Layton with it. Now, if Layton throws ahead for Anna, I don't know what that was all about. There was no chance that pass was getting there. It's taken away by Belle Fourche. And the Bronx will come down to call a timeout with 11 seconds to go. Madison just with sloppy turnovers from the fourth quarter and overtime. They played so well in the second and third quarter until about 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and then it has just been turnover city for the Madison Bulldogs. 11 seconds to go. We're tied at 55 here in overtime. But that turnover has given it back to Belle Fourche, who have the opportunity now to win this ball game. Hanson hit the three at the end of regulation to tie it right before the buzzer. And she would certainly be the best bet here to get the ball on this game-winning opportunity. Bulldog boys standing over in the corner with some basketballs, just waiting for their chance to shine here. But this game not over yet and may not be over for a long time, depending on what happens on this possession for Belle Fourche. Madison has had some great defensive possessions here. Anna Theopolis has forced a couple of turnovers. Brown's had a number of block shots. It'll be Keegan to inbound it on the base, on the sideline, I should say, here for Belle Fourche. Keegan finds it into the corner for Williamson. Williamson, skip pass, right side for Young with 7 seconds. Young drives to the elbow. Young in traffic. Runner with the right hand. Back of the iron, no good. Howell, offensive rebound. Can get the shot up. Puts it up at the buzzer. No good. And we are going to double overtime. 55-55. Double overtime coming up in 1 minute here on KJAM.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
4 more minutes on the clock. Double overtime coming up here between the Madison Bulldogs and Belle Fourche in this first game of the doubleheader. Our girls contest tied at 55. Bulldogs win the tip and immediately turn it over. Backcourt violation on Madison. Gary had the basketball and Giles had position in the front court and caught that ball kind of straddling the line. Coach Anderson pleading her case here with the official. I'm not sure she's going to win the call, and she is not. So Bulldogs turn it over 1 second into the double overtime here. That's just been the story of the game for Madison. Belle Fourche with the basketball around the screen, top of the key. Hanson drives in amongst a triple team, throws it up, and it's going to be a blocking foul. Count it as the foul by Gary. And Hanson, with an aggressive drive, gets the bucket and a trip to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot one. Chance for a three-point play for Taylor Hansen. Free throw is up and good. Belle Fourche still hasn't missed. That is 15 of 15 now from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Bulldogs nearly a turnover on the inbounds. But they're going to keep possession here as it was knocked out of bounds, last touch by Howell. Bulldogs will sub Stewart in, replacing Layton. 3:42 to play in double overtime. 58-55. Belle Fourche with the lead. Inbounds pass comes to Jesse Giles. Throws it middle of the court for Brown. Nicole finds a running Theophilus to the middle of the floor. Pulls it up at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Stewart. Now out to Theophilus. Anna waiting with it. Finds Giles at the top of the key. Jesse holding with the basketball. Goes over right wing. Anna again. Brown trying to post up. Pass comes to Stewart, top of the key instead. Back out to Theophilus now with 6 to shoot. Finds Giles. Giles drives. Step back. Jump shot from 15. No good. Rebound to Belle Fourche. Anna nearly forced a jump ball, but Howell hung on to it. Ahead now for Hansen. Hansen dishes last second into the hands of Young. Young backs it out, and Belle Fourche will hold. They lead by 3 here. Now under 3 to go in the second overtime. Theophilus has Young almost trapped at the half-court line, but she dribbled out of it. Pass left side, open 3, off the side of the iron, no good. Giles with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Giles into the front court, sees an opening, drives to the basket, puts up the shot, got fouled, and it'll be 2 shots coming from the GSN Insurance free throw line for Jesse Giles. Giles, her first opportunity to score here in overtime. By the way, the foul was on Mandy Williamson, and that is her 5th. So she fouls out. Grubb comes in to replace her. Giles to the GSN Insurance free throw line. Misses on the front end. Brought to you by Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance of Madison. Second Giles free throw is in. So it cuts it down to a 2-point Belle Fourche lead. 58-56. Into the front court comes Hansen. Hansen sees an opening, drives inside, now passes out behind her to Young. Young to the free throw line, passes to Grubb. Hansen again. Theophilus fights through one screen. Double screen, they switch off. Hansen drived in and then threw it back behind her. Grubb driving baseline, passes down low, looking for Keegan. Now outside for a 3. Shot no good. Almost went in. Howell got an offensive rebound. Put back no. Brown with the rebound. Brown ahead to Stewart. Stewart throws looking for Theophilus. It was tipped away by Keegan and out of bounds. And Bulldogs will get the ball here on the baseline. 2:05 to go in the second overtime. Madison down 2. Giles to trigger the inbounds. Jesse throws into the corner for Anna. And then Jesse maybe looking to post up. Gary comes out, grabs the ball at the wing. And flips outside. We're going to get a charge. We got a moving screen is actually going to be the call on Stewart. Brianna with her first. And the turnover gives it to Belle Fourche with 1:55 to go here in the second overtime. Belle Fourche leading 58-56 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Crossover by Hansen. Passes left side for Young. Young. Drive inside. Oh, and a travel by Keegan. And the first overtime turnover by Belle Fourche gives the ball back to the Madison Bulldogs, trailing by 2. Giles fights for position and gets the ball here under the full court press. Waits too long and then gives it away to Anna. Now she's got to hurry. Bulldogs with 1 second to get it across. Theophilus needs a timeout. 10-second violation. Turnover on Madison. Coach Young, I think, or Anderson, I think, saying she was trying to call the timeout. Turnover on the Bulldogs, 1:28 to go here in the second overtime. Belle Fourche still leads it by 2, and now the Bulldogs will get the timeout. Timeout Madison, 58-56. Belle Fourche with the lead. We're back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck on their game. At Stadium Sports Grill, enjoy 50-cent wing Wednesdays and both traditional and boneless wings with several flavors from 5 to 10 p.m. Plus, they have 18 flat-screen TVs, full tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has a breakfast menu on the weekends from 11 to 2. Stadium Sports Grill is a proud supporter of the Madison Athletics and wishes the best of luck in the Bulldogs game.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
1:28 to go here in overtime. 58, double overtime, I should say. 58-56. The Belle Fourche Broncs leading the Madison Bulldogs by 2. Belle Fourche has the basketball following the Bulldogs' turnover. Madison has turned it over 3 times in the second overtime period. The only point for Madison in this overtime is come from a Giles on a free throw. The only points for Belle Fourche on a 3-point play from Taylor Hansen. So Broncs with the basketball and the lead. Inbounds pass comes to Hansen. Had the 3-point shot at the end of regulation to tie it up after Madison had led by 7 with about a minute and a half to go. Top of the key for Keegan now for Belle Fourche. They can afford to be patient here with 1:15 to go in the overtime session. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Handoff comes to Hansen around a screen at the top of the key. She hands it off to Young. Young drives inside. Shot rejected by Nicole Brown. Got the ball and then quickly gave it back to Jesse. Giles waits for everybody to clear, and she'll dribble it up across the timeline herself. Bulldogs off for Stewart. Step back long 2. In and out, no good. Brown tips the rebound. Can't control it. It goes off the hands of Young, and we're going to get a foul on Madison. I thought that was going to be just a ball off the Young, but it's going to be a loose ball foul called on the Bulldogs. And it's going to be a 1-and-1. Actually, it might be a double bonus here. They're checking on that. Yeah, it's going to be 2 shots coming up for Young. Riley Young to the GSN Insurance free throw line where Belle Fourche hasn't missed yet tonight, and they hit another one. 17 of 17 is Belle Fourche from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Young knocks down the second, and it's a 4-point lead for the Broncs, 60-56. Stewart crosses over, hands off to Giles. Giles comes across the timeline here for Madison. Around a double screen, she'll stop and pop the 3. Back of the iron, no good. Rebound to Keegan for Belle Fourche, and she's fouled immediately by the Bulldogs. But if Belle Fourche keeps hitting these free throws, that's going to about do it. Madison needs Belle Fourche to miss. It's a double bonus. Foul was on Jesse. That's her second personal. And it sends Remy Keegan to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot the pair. She went 2 of 2 back in the third quarter. She's got 6 points in the game. Front end of the double bonus is good. They might shoot 20 free throws and make them all. I mean, that is incredible. 61-56, second free throw up. She hits that one. 62-56. Belle Fourche with the lead here in the second overtime. And we've only got 25 seconds to play. Giles into the front court. Giles drives inside, steps through a defender, puts it up off the glass, no good. Brown rebound, put back is up and in. And a timeout taken by Madison. 18 seconds to go here in the second overtime, but Madison down 4. We'll take a 1-minute timeout back in a minute on KJM.
Owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
"18 seconds to play in the second overtime. Belle Fourche with the basketball. Bulldogs will go full court press on the inbound here. Madison trailing by 4. Keegan to trigger the inbounds. Finds Hanson. Bulldogs come with the foul right away. And that will send Hanson to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. Hanson had 2 points in the first quarter. Then she went off for 10 in the second. Didn't score in the third. And didn't score in the fourth until there was under a minute to go. She hit a pair of free throws. And then she hit the 3 that tied the game with 0.8 seconds left in the fourth quarter to send it to overtime. She hits on the first free throw here. They are now 20 of 20 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Second one is up and in and out. Hey, they missed one. Brown has the rebound, but not much time. Throw ahead into the hands of Gary. Gary drives, puts up the shot off the window. No good. Howell with the rebound. Fight for the ball. It's going to be a foul. Reach-in foul on Madison. But with 7 seconds left, Belle Fourche will come down to the other side and shoot free throws, and not enough time for Madison. The Bulldogs are going to suffer a tough loss here. That foul, I believe on Gary, fouls her out of the ball game. I believe on Maddie, yeah. So Maddie Gary will foul out. Or no, her fourth. Check it. Free throw is up by Howell, and no good. Now they miss. And now substitution for Madison is Gary will check out and be replaced by Layton. 63-58. Belle Fourche with the lead. A reminder, the boys' game of our doubleheader still to come here on AM 1390 KJAM and AmazingMadison.com. Second free throw up and good. 7 seconds to go here. Giles brings it up, drives into the front court, drives in the left side. Layup is up, good at the buzzer, and that'll do it. Your final score is Madison 60, or Belle Fourche 64, Madison 60. Belle Fourche with a 4-point win in double overtime, and they hang on for the victory. And for Belle Fourche, it keeps their undefeated season intact. They improved to 7-0 and dropped the Madison Bulldogs to 2-5. We've got the Mustang Seeds postgame show coming your way next in 3 minutes here on KJAM.
Leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operation succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds 605-256-6529 or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
At Great Western Bank, they are giving you more control and greater connection with our digital checking account. An account that focuses on allowing you to bank wherever and access your money whenever. Plus, it includes new great benefits. Stop into your local branch or call them to learn more. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC. Sheridan staff at Second Street Diner wish everyone a great holiday season, and if you're traveling, drive safely. Second Street Diner is open 7 days a week at 6 a.m. and serves whatever you crave, from breakfast to burgers and fries, any time of the day. Monday through Friday, they serve daily noon lunches, and every Sunday, bring the family in for a delicious brunch from 11 to 2. And if you need some help with holiday parties, Second Street Diner can prepare party platters with everything from appetizers to desserts, including delicious homemade pies. Happy holidays from Second Street Diner, located on Washington Avenue in Madison.
A complex system of bones, joints, ligaments, and tendons choreographs your body's movement through every step, every jump, and every throw. Where you get care for your body matters. Turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where technology and orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As-Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
'Tis the season to smile. And lucky for you, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has lots of reasons for you to smile. Let's start with Christmas loans as low as 4.9% APR. And how about double the rewards points on Dakota Land Visa credit card purchases now through December 31st. And of course, the ever-popular Beat Bucks, perfect for every Christmas list. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details and let your friends at Dakota Land give you a reason to smile. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Rapid City in the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. It's the Mustang Seeds post-game show brought to you by Mustang Seeds, a family-owned company with a reputation of excellent service and proven performance for over 50 years. Final score in double overtime. It's the Madison Lady Bulldogs falling to Belle Fourche 64-60. Belle Fourche led almost the entire way in regulation, but Madison took the lead about 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter and pushed that lead up to as many as 7 points. It was 7 points with less than a minute 30 to go in that fourth quarter. But Belle Fourche just kept chipping away. Madison, a couple of key turnovers with under a minute to go, gave Belle Fourche the opportunity to come back. Taylor Hansen with a three with 0.8 seconds to go at the end of regulation to tie it up at 55 and send the game into overtime. Madison scored first in overtime, a 2-point shot by Maddie Gary. Shayla Howell got a 2 to tie it, and those are the only points of the first overtime. We were tied at 55. Second overtime, Taylor Hansen started off with a three-point play. Madison kept it close early, but turnovers again kind of doomed Madison. They turned it over 3 times in the second overtime, and Belle Fourche just kept making free throws. They end up 22 of 24 from the GSN Insurance free throw line in the ball game today. Madison was 9 of 11, which is by far Madison's best showing from the free throw line as this season has gone on. But just a little bit too much firepower for Belle Fourche and too many mistakes for Madison. The other key in this one, offensive rebounding by Belle Fourche. You think of the turnovers Madison gave them and extra offensive possessions, and then how many times they got 2-3 looks at the basket and offensive rebounds. You can't allow that to a team and expect to come away with too many victories. And this Belle Fourche team hangs on to their undefeated season, sitting at 7-0 now out here West River. A very good team, a very senior-heavy team, much like the Madison Bulldogs. But the Bulldogs, unfortunately, have fallen to 2-5 now to open up their season. Jesse Giles, 26 points, was the leading scorer in the game. Maddie Gary added 15, 8 for Nicole Brown. 4 for Anna Theophilus. Olivia Root had 2. Didn't play much in this ball game in foul trouble. Kenna Nybert with 2. Miranda Stewart had 3. Leading scorer for Belle Fourche, Taylor Hansen with 21 points. Shayla Howell had 9. Remy Keegan with 8. 13 for Mandy Williamson. Jade Burr with 6. 4 for Riley Young. 2 apiece for Grubb and Birkland for Belle Fourche in the victory. 64-60. In double overtime. As we wrap up the Mustang Seeds postgame show, we got a lot to get to here, not a lot of time to do it. Madison boys ready to go. Boys are 5-0 after their victory last night over St. Thomas More. We're going to hear from Madison head coach Mike Rickey. We talked to him right after that game. That interview's coming up. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right now and hear from Coach Rickey in 1 minute on KJAM.
Equifax data breach has affected over 145 million Americans. The Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection urges you to take steps to protect against identity theft. To see if you're a victim of the data breach, go to EquifaxSecurity2017.com. Then determine what steps you want to take that works best for you. Regularly request your free credit reports and inspect them closely. Beware of phishing emails and don't open messages or attachments from unknown senders. For more information, log on to consumer.sd.gov or call 800-300-1986.
We all know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to all of us. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by the Virginia Tech Transportation Institute. Call Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance today, 556-0242. No account too large or too small. We like them all.
Welcome back to the Farmers Egg Center pregame show on AM 1390 KJAM. Madison Bulldog boys getting ready for their final matchup out here in Rapid City against Fourche. After yesterday's win over St. Thomas More, I had a chance to talk with Madison head coach Mike Rickey.
There was some big scoring, Jaden Jackson out there, but a lot of guys doing a lot of little things as well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I just thought that was a big step forward for our team. You know, guys figuring out what they can do to help our team. You know, and even Aaron tonight, he wasn't. You know, they were really. Their teams are not going to let him just go go crazy. You know, we had him inside and they would collapse, and when we took him outside and put Jackson inside, they would follow him outside, and that's what opened Jackson up inside. You know, we got a lot of good looks inside with him, and Aaron, we kind of told him, hey, you're going to have to figure out a way to generate points in a different way, whether that be off of offensive rebounds or running in transition. I think you saw that in the second half. He looked like a different player out there, and Doyle played a fantastic game. You know,
deflections, rebounds, everything.
I mean, you know, and the biggest thing we have to work on with him is his discipline on defense. He likes to jump out in the passing lane and get steals, and you know, we tell him, hey, that's fine, but if you're getting beat backdoor, and these guys, they're great at backdoor cuts. They're a good team. They're young. They're going to be really good in a couple of years. Yeah. You know, next year they'll be much improved, and in 2 years they're going to be a tough team again in the state of South Dakota. So it's always good to come out, you know, and get a win against a good program like this.
And to to get a win after a long trip, come out yesterday, sit around all day, watch JV play this morning and all that. So
and I was worried about that. You know, I was really worried about that. You know, they slept in their own beds. I'm sure they had a shoot around today. We chose not to do that. And you know, so I was worried about the start of the game, but I really harped on them, and boy, we couldn't have got off to a much better start. Our starts this year, with the exception of Beersford, have been fantastic. Yeah. You know, we've really jumped out of the gate quick, and it starts on our defensive end. You know, I don't think teams, until they play us, realize how both physical and how quick and aggressive we are on defense. You know, we just really harass people, and you know, and St. Thomas More did a better job of settling in there later. But you know, we got a couple turnovers. They'll do a couple fast breaks and hit a couple shots early, and you know, especially with Jaden and Jackson, I noticed this, those two particularly, when they hit those first couple shots, man, it's going to be a good night for us.
Go back to something you talked about earlier, and that's, the way teams key in on Aaron inside, and so putting Jackson in there. Noticed a couple of times you don't often say this about him, but Jackson almost looked hesitant to shoot it until he realized how wide open they were leaving him 10 feet from the basket.
Yeah, you know, and we would put Aaron out there in the corner, and they really always had somebody there for him. And, you know, and they did that, and then they really extended that zone out. I mean, they were picking us up after half court. And I told the kids, I said, hey, if a team's going to play zone that far out, you got to attack it. And, you know, with just that first skip pass and attack, and literally Jackson standing with nobody else in the lane, and he turned looking like, oh, okay. I think he wondered if he was on offense or defense, if that was his basket or not, because he was wide open. And that's a testament to our kids getting the ball in space, and him. You know, I think both the twins are doing a much better job of really attacking the rim. You know, a couple of times in that first half, you know, they get to the rim and they just kind of lollipop it in and it bounces around. And I kind of got on them at halftime. I said, hey, if a kid wants to step in there and take a charge on you, you know, I don't care. Go, you got to get to the rim. And that one down here, you probably couldn't tell from up here, but Jaden was way up in the air. And he almost threw that down from 10 feet away from the basket, it looked like. And, you know, the kid stepped in, took a charge. And if they're willing to do that, man, we're going to be a tough team to beat if we can keep them in attack mode.
Well, one more game to be in attack mode tomorrow. Belle Fourche team that, another one don't know a lot about, but it's been kind of a rough go for them here, in much the same way it is for St. Thomas More.
Yep. And it'll be a different game. They're in a rebuilding mode right now, and but sometimes those are the hardest games to play in. Because kids come in, they get a good win against a good St. Thomas More team, and I think all they got to do is show up tomorrow. And with the way our bench played, that we'll have some options to say, hey, if you're not going to play hard, if you're not going to be aggressive, we'll go to somebody else. And that's the beauty of having a good bench. And, our bench maybe isn't as skilled as it's been in the past, but it's by far the best bench I've had as far as kids coming in and knowing what their role is. And that says a lot. If you know that a kid's going to come into the bench and they're going to do exactly what you need them to do, that gives you that comfort level, as opposed to, some years we've had kids who want to come off and prove that they're a starter, and then they play differently, and that's never good. And so I like our bench. I like they might not get a ton of minutes, but they come in and they play hard for me when they're in there.
That's Madison head coach Mike Rickey after yesterday's game against St. Thomas More. We'll be back after a 2-minute timeout with your starting lineups.
Your local Helena in Madison offers options for nearly every input used in production agriculture, including fertilizers, seeds from Wensman and NK, crop protections, agro-intelligent precision programs, and many other producer services. Their sales reps are knowledgeable experts and provide solutions that give growers the best return on investment, and their custom applications are safe, efficient, and make sure the job gets done right. Helena of Madison is proud to support area farmers. Give the folks at Helena a call today, 605-256-3973. Helena of Madison, people, products, knowledge.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC. Some of our favorite people are animals. We think they deserve the best. We give them all the care they need. You might even say we fix your pets. The love animals cherish, tender, loving animal care. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Heartland Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Project your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
The latest technology in breast cancer screening is available close to home at Madison Regional Health System. Our new 3D mammogram provides you one of the most effective tools in the early detection of breast cancer at a lower dose of radiation than many other 3D mammograms. If you are a woman, 40 and older, it is recommended that you receive a mammogram every year. Early detection saves lives, so schedule your 3D mammogram with Madison Regional Health System. Call us at 605-256-6551.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390 KJAM. Boys game of our basketball doubleheader here on Dakota's Best, AM 1390. Madison Bulldog boys have taken to the court following the doubleheader contest between the girls of Madison and Belle Fourche that, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, ended in a Belle Fourche victory in come from behind fashion. That was a wild game. Belle Fourche led by as many as I think it was up to 14 at one point. Madison able to come back, get a lead before falling in the end. But now we transition over to the boys' side of things. The Madison boys yesterday here against against St. Thomas More had a little trouble making separation early, but boy, they sure kind of put the clamps down defensively and improved to 5-0 with a 61-39 victory over St. Thomas More yesterday. Bulldogs were led by Jaden Yankee, who had 20 points last night. Jackson had 13. Doyle Brown at the bench, nearly in double figures, had 9. And now Madison will try to improve to 6-0 here against the Bronx of Belle Fourche. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. For Belle Fourche, it'll be Tate Hostetter, a 5'9 junior guard, along with Kelby Olson. He's a 5'11 sophomore guard. Forwards, Tate and Fox, 5'11 junior. Chandler Kerr, he's a 6'3 junior, number 24, and Bryson Nichols is a 6-foot junior. Fegan, Yankees, Jaden and Jackson, along with Giles and Comas for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs win the opening tip. And shot inside by Jaden Yankee is no good, but an offensive rebound by Fegan before it's swatted out of bounds by Belle Fourche. Stays here with the Madison Bulldogs. So boys still with the possession on this first possession of the ball game. Madison goes inside looking for Fegan. They're going to say it was last touched by Aaron and out of bounds. So the Madison boys eventually get a couple of looks at it, but turn it over on their first possession, and Belle Fourche will set the offense into motion. Top of the key, Kerr with the basketball. Swings it over left side, and then coming back is Nicholas to take it. Back top of the key for Kerr again. Kerr's got Fegan on him, so out well away from the basket, something we've seen some teams do. Pull up three out of bounds by Bryce Nicholas. No score here. First possession for each team in this ball game. As Jaden brings it up into the front court here for the Madison Bulldogs. Gave it away to Jackson, right back into Jaden, then down low, Fegan, and one for Aaron Fegan. It was a slow start for Aaron yesterday. He only had 2 points in the half, then he didn't score in the third quarter, but he put up 6 in the fourth to really put the game away for the Madison Bulldogs. Now steps to the line here, trying to complete the three-point play from the GSN Insurance free throw line, and can't. Jaden came flying in looking for the rebound. Out of bounds, last touch by Belle Fourche. So stays with Madison. Belle Fourche boys are 2-4 on the season. Fegan to inbound, finds Jaden about 15 feet, goes right back down low to Aaron, and Aaron had it wide open underneath the basket. He's got 4 quick points in the first minute of this ball game, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Madison Bulldogs on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Hostetter with the basketball. Over to Kerr as they work it into the corner on the left side. Top of the key for Nicholas. And now in the hands of Fox. Fox back over for Hostetter again. Hostetter driving baseline around Cohen. Skips it over to the left side. 3-point shot up back of the iron. No good by Nicholas. Rebound comes down to the Bulldogs. Jaden gives it away. Aaron with the one-handed jam. Fegan caught an alley-oop from Jaden yesterday. Here he catches the pass in transition and throws it down for the dunk. All 6 for the Bulldogs in the first quarter coming from Aaron Fegan. Olson with the basketball. Step back. 3-point shot is good for Kelby Olson, and the Bronx are on the board. Bulldogs quickly down the other way. Jackson drives and got fouled. And Jackson Yankee will head to the GSN Insurance free throw line. And a timeout taken by Belle Fourche and head coach Clay Portoff. We're going to take one, too. We'll be back in 30 seconds with free throws here on KJAM.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Madison Physical Therapy.
And stop by Madison Physical Therapy, Southridge Plaza in Madison, offering quick and convenient scheduling. Back with you after the timeout. Free throw by Jackson Yankee misses on the first. Bulldogs are 0 of 2 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. They could take a little lesson from the Belle Fourche girls. Jackson's second one drops in. And it's a 7-3 Madison lead here in the early going of this contest. Belle Fourche girls went 20 of 22, 22 of 24, I should say, and hit at one point 20 of 20 in the game that we had on earlier. Pass tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs, so Belle Fourche stays with the possession here. Inbounds pass tipped up in the air. Giles fighting for it. Hauled in by Olsen. Olsen to the corner. Hostetter. Hostetter drives inside. Poked away one moment by Comas. He stayed with it, though. Puts up the right-hand runner. Floats off the rim. No good. And Jaden with the rebound for the Madison Bulldogs. Jaden gives it up. Aaron passed on the open three, and they're going to call him for a travel. Couple of Bulldog turnovers here in this ball game, but they lead it by 4, 7-3 in the early going. Gotta tie a shoelace down there for Belle Fourche. Good time for us to remind you that Bulldog basketball all season long is brought to you in part by Avera Orthopedics, where orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support every move. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics. Pass in the left corner, three-point shot up by Olsen, no good for Belle Fourche, and Jaden Yankee with the rebound, wants to push it quickly, fires it ahead for Giles. Giles fading away from 17, missed badly on that shot. Olsen got the rebound for Belle Fourche. Olsen, pass away right side, Hostetter. Guarded by Comas to Kerr, top of the key. As they're just kind of moving it around the arc, waiting for somebody either to kind of fire one up or to drive. Hasn't been a lot of passing to the cutters, just circles around the arc. Now finally here comes the drive by Hostetter, cut off by Comas, turnaround jump shot, no. Fegan with the rebound. He'll lob it ahead for Jackson. Jackson waits, drives, can't get the first shot, puts back up with one hand and connects. Jackson Yankee with 3 in the ball game. It's a 9-3 Madison lead here with 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Kerr with the basketball goes down left side to the hands of Fox. Fox couple dribbles to his right, down to Olsen in the corner. Giles on him, give away to Kerr. Kerr with a step back and then passes away. Nicholas with the basketball over to Olsen. Got the only points for Belle Fourche on a 3. Goes around a screen. Hard hedge by Fegan. Gives away to Kerr with 5 on the shot clock. He'll fire the 3. No good. And Fegan with the rebound for the Madison Bulldogs. That ability by Fegan to step out there on those screens and hedge like that really throws so many teams out of whack. Ooh, missed a cutter that time. They'll try a backdoor alley-oop lob. Never really got to Aaron. It gets knocked out of bounds, though. Last touch by Belle Fourche. Jaden had a nice cut that he could have gone with, could have given Comas the ball in the block. On the left side of the lane, he tried the backdoor alley-oop to Aaron instead, and it got broken up. Bulldogs maintain possession as Jaden to inbound it, and he finds Nick Comas. Dribbling with it between the circles, gives it away to Jackson. Free throw line, Giles. Giles inside for Fegan, took a bump before he made his move. He had great position down low. They had managed to get him on Dylan Burns down there, and Burns is a 6-foot senior, has given up 8 inches to Aaron. Foul on Burns, it's his first. 3rd on Belle Fourche. Jaden will trigger the inbounds here, finds Fegan down low again with Burns on him, steps into a double team, doesn't care, puts it up with the right hand and finishes 8 in the game here early for Aaron Fegan. And it's an 11-3 lead for Madison in the first quarter, still just about 3:50 to play. Nice drive by Hostetter. Gives away for Olsen. Olsen outside Fox. Gathers himself. Drives inside. Blocked by Jaden Yankee. Pass ahead for Jackson. Goes high in the air and makes the catch. Jackson drives. Gives away Jaden. Jaden layup. No, it won't go down. And the rebound out to Hostetter for Belle Fourche. Right side for Olsen. Bulldogs, a lot of deflections defensively in this game. 3-point shot curve from the corner is good. That's Leverington with the 3. And it's an 11-6 lead for the Madison Bulldogs now. Jackson has the basketball. Jaden trying to post up down there. Top of the key, Aaron will run the point. Right side for Giles. Set a screen for Jaden as he comes out to get the basketball now. They go down low. Jackson, great spin move inside. He sealed the defender off well that time. Drove it around Livingston and put it in for 2. Jackson's got 5, and the Bulldogs lead it by 7, 13-6. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Olsen around a screen to the left side. Again, a great hedge by Fegan, and Comas nearly came up with a steal when they passed it back to Burns. Burns kicks it outside for a 3 from Hostetter. No good. Comas rebound, tipped back over to Fegan, and Fegan will push the tempo into the front court. Giles leaves it for Jaden to Jackson, and a no-look pass, and the lay-in is good. Jackson now with 7 in the game, and it's 15-6 Bulldogs. Bulldogs good. Ball moving here. Drive inside Hostetter. Oh, and a foul by Jaden. Jaden was way up in the air, just looking straight down on Tate Hostetter, waiting for him to throw that ball up, and then he came swiping down with the right hand and committed the foul. Hostetter goes to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. 15-6, the Madison Bulldog lead here in the first quarter, and the Hostetter free throw is good. First points of the game for Tate Hostetter. Bulldogs will sub Brooks in along with Riley, Lurs, and Brown. Jackson's going to be the only man who stays in for Madison. 4 subs in for the Bulldogs. And Colby Nowitzki checks in for Belle Fourche. Second Hostetter free throw is good. 2-2 from the GSN Insurance free throw line for him. 15-8 now the Bulldog lead. Jackson pass left side for Doyle Brown. Had a great game here last night. Goes inside to Riley. Got it back. Doyle will fire the 3. Back of the iron, no good. Ball goes out of bounds. That may be a little bit beyond his arc. That's the first time we've seen one of those shots by the Bulldogs. A lot of times you get out there, there's that college three-point line. You think, okay, well, sometimes I shoot a little behind the high school three-point line, so I'll just shoot a little behind the college line, and before you know it, you're shooting NBA threes. Top of the key, Kerr open. He'll fire that 3. Shot no good. Jackson goes into the air and grabs a two-handed rebound and brings it up straight down the middle of the court. Now pass right side for Doyle. Doyle drives, leaves it off in for Brooks. Brooks with a right-handed hook shot, no good. Caleb Riley with the rebound. Put back, no, but he got fouled. And Caleb Riley will step to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. Caleb Riley to the line. First free throw is up and off the front of the iron, no good. Caleb had a couple of points in the ball game yesterday in the win over St. Thomas More. Free throw up and missed on both of them. Rebound out to Belle Fourche, pulled in by Hostetter. And he'll bring it up himself, be met by Lurs as he gets to the top of the key. Pass away right side, Nowitzki. Now over for Nicholas. Kerr now top of the key. Hostetter again. Lures on him off the right side. They just move it around the arc. Set screens, trying to get some cutters inside, but Madison defends it so well. Drive and losing the handle of the basketball is Nowitzki, as Doyle was there to kind of help him bobble it away. Turnover on Belle Fourche. Bulldogs get the basketball as Kelby Olsen back in for Belle Fourche. 1:20 to go, first quarter here. Madison leading at 15-8 on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. Set the Bulldogs offense in motion. Lures over to Caleb Riley, top of the key. Outside Jackson Yankee. Doyle tries to post up. They find Brooks at the free throw line. Now outside for Riley again. Riley off the wing. Goes free throw line to Brown. Doyle pump fakes, drives, kicks it outside for Lurs. Lurs thought about that long, too. He pulls it in instead, 10 to shoot. Down low for Brooks. It was knocked away. Brooks collects in the corner, 6 to shoot. Now to Jackson with 5. Jackson will break it down himself. Into the paint he goes. Scoop shot off the window. Good for 2. Wow, Jackson Yankee. What a move. In traffic to get the 2. 40 seconds to go first quarter. Bulldogs by 9. Nicholas with the basketball. Passes left side. Quick three-point shot. Livingston is good. His second from downtown. And the shot clock is off here. Bulldogs can hold for the final possession as Jackson walks it up. Madison leads it by 6, 17-11. Here in this first quarter as we wind down the final seconds. Jackson dribbling it away. When will he make his move? 10 seconds now with 9. Passes away for Lurs. Lurs with 7 seconds. Riley top of the key off the screen. Goes inside for Brooks. Brooks in traffic. Turnaround shot, no. Doyle there. Rebound, put back up, too short. And the first quarter comes to an end. After 1 quarter of play, it's the Madison Bulldogs 17, the Belle Fourche Bronx 11. We'll be back with more Bulldog basketball in 1 minute on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com.
Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck in their game. At Stadium Sports Grill, enjoy 50-cent wing Wednesdays and both traditional and boneless wings with several flavors from 5 to 10 p.m. Plus, they have 18 flat-screen TVs, full tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has a breakfast menu on the weekends from 11 to 2. Stadium Sports Grill is a proud supporter of the Madison Athletics and wishes the best of luck in the Bulldogs game.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Ready to go, second quarter here in Rapid City. Madison leads Belle Fourche 17-11 in the boys' game of our doubleheader. The Bronx had the basketball. Step back three-point shot by Livingston, no good. And Doyle with the rebound for Madison. Lost it, but it was tipped out of his hands. No, it was not. Thought maybe Fox got a piece of that, but they'll call the turnover on the Bulldogs. So back to Belle Fourche. Goes the basketball here to start this second quarter. Pass top of the key. Doyle tips it away. It's a breakaway for Doyle, who will finger roll it in for the bucket. So the steal by Doyle makes it an 8-point lead again for Madison, 19-11. As Hostetter up with it over to Olsen on the right side. Fox works it around the key to the left as they run those backdoor screens again on the baseline. Right side for Hostetter. He's got the lane open one-on-one with Lurs, who dribbles to the top of the key, goes behind his back. Drove, kind of got cut off by his own man. Lurs stays with him in the paint. He tries to pass inside. Doyle tipped it around, comes into the hands of Olsen. Olsen off the block, no good. And Brooks grabs the rebound for Madison. Gives it up to Aaron Fegan, who's in the floor here. So Fegan, the one starter on the floor with the four reserve players. Top of the key for Aaron. They'll leave him open just inside the arc. He'll take the long jump shot. No. And the rebound to Belle Fourche. A little over a minute gone by here, second quarter. Bulldogs with an 8-point lead. Hostetter driving inside. Could have got called with the travel. Brooks is going to get the block shot when he does finally put it up. Fegan pulls in the rebound. Pass quickly from Brown over to Riley. Riley couldn't handle the pass, and it's through his hands. And coming the other way now with Olsen. Olsen pulls up in transition. A three. Side of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound, Kerr. Steps through the paint. Kicks it off into the corner for Hostetter. He'll give away to Fox. Now swinging over left side. Olsen open for that left corner three. He got it. Kelby Olsen with his second triple. And Belle Fourche continues to knock him down from outside. And then a steal. Coming the other way, Belle Fourche. Lay-in is good by Livingston. And the lead is down to 3 now for Madison, 19-16 here on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard. Livingston with 8 in the ballgame. Pass inside. They were looking for Aaron. It was knocked out of bounds. Bulldogs will bring the rest of the starters back in here now. So Fegan joined by Jayden and Jackson along with Giles and Comas. 5:48 to play here in the second quarter. And Fegan will trigger the inbounds. Bounces it in for Josh. Giles in the corner. Thought about taking that three. He'll back it out instead. Bulldogs reset. Corner again for Giles. Fegan pops out, grabs the basketball. Now outside for a Comas three. Top of the key. It's off the iron and short and out of bounds. Comas and Giles both can fall into the trap sometime of just not kind of setting their feet. They're leaning one way or another when they fire those threes. Boy, when their feet are set, they are automatic, those two. Comas was leaning a little way, and the ball went right the direction momentum was still taking him. 3-point lead for the Bulldogs here, and a chance for Belle Fourche to tie, down 3 with the basketball. And they've certainly not been afraid to fire the three. Driving Hostetter, tiptoes the baseline, kicks it out. Olsen, a corner three for the tie. It's short, no good. Followed the shot, got his own rebound, and then threw it away. He was trying to dump it down inside for Hostetter, but it goes out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will get it back. Madison, the road team, in their road black uniforms today. Belle Fourche in the home white and blue. Belle Fourche and Madison very familiar with each other by the end of this year in all activities. Pass inside for Fegan. Fegan in a crowd, puts it up off the window. Too strong, follows his miss, but Fox is there for the rebound for Belle Fourche. Hostetter will bring it up. Madison came out to play Belle Fourche in football earlier this season, got the win there. Bulldogs beat him in volleyball in the state tournament. And now here in the basketball season. Olsen with the basketball, 15 to shoot, gives away for Hostetter, guarded by Comas beyond the arc on the right side. Into the corner it goes again for Olsen, now at 9 to shoot. Driving inside, ball nearly knocked away by Jackson. Back over to Olsen with 4, crosses over, steps in, free throw line, puts up the runner, goes out of bounds. And will they say shot clock violation or out of bounds? I think they're going to say shot clock violation. It'll be Bulldog basketball. 4:20 to go. Madison scored just 2 points halfway through this second quarter. 19-16. Bulldogs still with the lead, but looked like at one point they might run away with this. Belle Fourche has come back to get it close again. Pass goes inside. Fegan in traffic, lowers the shoulder, turnaround shot with the right hand. Again, it just rolls out on him. 2 in a row that have been halfway down for Aaron in the last 2 trips. Hostetter comes up, crosses through the paint, kicks it off into the corner. Fox will fire a corner 3 and leave it short. Jackson with the rebound for the Bulldogs, and now they'll run. Jackson up ahead for Jaden. Jaden had it stripped out of his hands, and it will go to Madison. 3:51 to play here in this second quarter. Jaden will trigger the inbounds. Looks left side. Now comes back to the right for Giles. Then goes right back into the post where Jaden had posted up on the block. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Left that one short. And Hostetter with the rebound brings it up himself. Into the corner on the left side for Livingston. Around the screen he goes. Steps into the paint. Steps around Jaden. Got the shot up. Got fouled. Basket nearly rolled down, but it rims out no good. A foul on Jaden Yankee will send Michael Livingston to the line to shoot 2. He got 8 points in the ball game to lead the way. Hit 2 threes in that first quarter. First from the GSN Insurance free throw line is good. So Belle Fourche boys are now 3 of 3 from the GSN Insurance free throw line, combined with the girls, and they are now 27 of 29 in the 2 games. Can bring it to within 1 here if he knocks this one down, and he does. So hit them both from the line. It's now 19-18. Jaden drives, leaves off for Fegan. Fegan inside, got fouled. 2 shots coming up for Aaron Fegan, and then they're going to get a technical on Jaden, I believe. Official coming over to talk at the scorer's table, and that was interesting because the one official called it. The other official who was standing right by Jaden looked at him, and he shrugged and told Jaden, I don't know. Or maybe it wasn't. Okay, now they're having Fegan shoot fouls here. So this will be Aaron's free throws just off the foul. So Fegan makes the first. Aaron's second free throw is up and good. And then the technical foul on Jaden. And that's his 3rd personal, first technical. And so the shot's now for Hostetter on the other side. So opportunities for both teams here for the GSN Insurance free throw line. The first one is good for Tate Hostetter. Jaden still talking with an official over there. So he's talked with the 2 officials that didn't call the technical on him. Second free throw by Hostetter was good. And now Belle Fourche will have the basketball. And Doyle coming in to replace Jaden here with 3:26 to go in this second quarter. 21-20, Madison with a 1-point lead. Hostetter brings it up on Nick Comas. Goes behind the back, now crosses over, passes away left side to the hands of Livingston again. for Kerr as they move it from the left side of the arc around to the right side. Top of the key, Fox. Now over for Hostetter. Spins his way to the paint. Now dribbles it back out. Comes back to the left side. Drives in. Scoop shot rejected by Giles. Fegan comes up with a loose ball. Fires it ahead for Jackson. Jackson lay in with the right hand is good. It was Josh Giles with the block shot. Something he's kind of proven adept at doing. He's a guy that can get in there and block some shots kind of surprisingly for his size. 3-point Madison lead, 23-20. Giles knocks the ball briefly out of the hands of Mallory in there. Finds a cutting Livingston, but his shot in the paint is no good. Rebound comes out to Nick Comas. Comas throws ahead for Giles. Now to Jackson. Jackson leaves it off Fegan underneath. He'll put it in for 2. Bulldogs offense in fast-paced action here and a timeout taken by Belle Fourche. 25-20 Madison Bulldogs with the lead. We'll take a timeout with them. 2:24 to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on KJAM.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
.224 to go here in the second quarter. 25-20 Madison Bulldogs with the lead. And Belle Fourche with the basketball. Bulldogs go full court pressure on the inbound. Fire it in. Find Livingston. Livingston nearly poked away. And it was knocked away by Jackson. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Livingston. And so Bulldog basketball. Fegan will trigger the inbounds. Throws it into the corner for Giles. Skips the pass all the way to the other side for Jackson. Touch pass right back to Aaron. Aaron goes one way, then comes back, spins away from the basket, and lays it in for 2. Aaron continues to just pour in the points here, and the Madison Bulldogs lead is back up to 7. Ball thrown away on the other side. Comas tracks it down. Ahead to Jackson. Jackson slows it up as he comes back into the front court again. Fegan top of the key for Josh Giles on the right side. Doyle now. Pump fakes on the 2. Sees an open lane. Steps in it. Floater is up with the right hand and good. 2 more for Doyle Brown. He's got 4 points off the bench. And the lead back to 9 matches the biggest of the game here for the Bulldogs. Olsen driving around traffic. Bulldogs stepping up the defensive pressure a little bit. Olsen sees an opening, drives baseline. Floater is up. Fegan was there to kind of alter the course of that shot, and the rebound comes down to Jackson Yankee for the Bulldogs. Jackson crossover and the hesitation, Euro step into the paint. Scoop shot, no good. Got his own rebound. Turnaround is short, and the rebound comes to Kerr for Belle Fourche. Gives away to Olsen now, and he'll bring it up with Giles on him. Left side, Jackson nearly with the steal. Into the corner for Olsen. Giles rips it right out of his hands, throws it ahead to Jackson Yankee. He has it sized up. He'll go up for the dunk. Came up short. Rejected by the rim. And the ball will go to Belle Fourche. Jaden back in. Caleb Riley comes in. Jackson and Giles will come out. Belle Fourche basketball. Nicholas to throw in the inbounds pass. 9-point Madison lead, 29-20. Jaden nearly with a steal on the inbounds. They'll get it into Hostetter. Hostetter drives into the paint, leaves a nice lookout low for Fox on the left side. Fox with the easy lay-in. As Belle Fourche beats the press and gets the easy bucket. Pass ahead for Comas in the corner. Reverses it back out to Jaden now. Jaden back to Comas. Riley sets a screen, comes to the top of the key to get the basketball. Now to Doyle, open for a 3 on the wing. It's good. Doyle Brown with the 3. He's got 7 points all here in the second quarter, and it's a 10-point Madison lead, biggest of the ball game, 32-22. Olsen brings it up for Belle Fourche, guarded by Jaden as he comes into the front court. Dribbles out top of the key. Shot clock is off with 19 seconds. Has a screen, rejects it, goes to the left side, gives it away for Fox in the corner. Fox dribbles it back out with Caleb Riley all over him. Hands it off to Hostetter now. Hostetter nearly taken away top of the key by Fegan. 7 to shoot. Hostetter trying to drive his way into the paint. Kicks it off into the corner. Olsen catch and shoot 3. No good. Rebound rejected on the putback attempt. And the second quarter comes to an end. Your score here, at halftime, it's the Madison Bulldogs 32 and the Belle Fourche Broncs 22. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and back with your Bulldog halftime show in 2 minutes on KJAM.
At Great Western Bank, they are giving you more control and greater connection with our digital checking account. An account that focuses on allowing you to bank wherever and access your money whenever. Plus, it includes new great benefits. Stop into your local branch or call them to learn more. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC. Sheridan staff at Second Street Diner wish everyone a great holiday season, and if you're traveling, drive safely. Second Street Diner is open 7 days a week at 6 a.m. and serves whatever you crave, from breakfast to burgers and fries, any time of the day. Monday through Friday, they serve daily noon lunches, and every Sunday, bring the family in for delicious brunch from 11 to 2. And if you need some help with holiday parties, Second Street Diner can prepare party platters with everything from appetizers to desserts, including delicious homemade pies. Happy holidays from Second Street Diner, located on Washington Avenue in Madison.
A complex system of bones, joints, ligaments, and tendons choreographs your body's movement through every step, every jump, and every throw. Where you get care for your body matters. Turn to the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where technology and orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every move. Make your move to the largest orthopedic physician team in the region, Avera Orthopedics. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in seed technology, as well as plant protection and nutrition. Wilbur Ellis, located in Chester, South Dakota, providing As Grow and DeKalb brands, various field applications, and local plot data, can provide you with expert advice for your acres. Grow smart and reduce loss. Let Wilbur Ellis address your challenges. Contact your Wilbur Ellis representative at 489-2171. At Wilbur Ellis, they never stop looking ahead.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball, live from Rapid City.
Welcome back here to Dakota's Best, AM 1390, KJAM. Madison Bulldog boys have opened up a 10-point lead here at halftime as we begin your Bulldog halftime show. 32-22, Madison boys with the lead as the two teams head to the locker room. Wasn't easy for Madison as they opened up a 9-point lead in the first quarter, led 17-11 after the first quarter of play. Belle Fourche came back, got it down to a single point before Madison, granted playing with 4 of the subs out there, but I mean, those guys certainly can play. Madison got the starters back in, still took them a little while to get separation. Technical foul on Jaden Yankee at one point, got it down back to 4 points again, but the Bulldogs made a nice little run to close things out, turned up the tempo offensively and defensively, and pulled away for this 10-point lead here at halftime. Aaron Fegan leading the way in this one, 14 points for Aaron at halftime, 11 for Jackson Yankee. Doyle Brown off the bench was 7. Those are the only 3 guys that have scored for Madison. A team with this much firepower that's seen such balanced scoring for the most part. You know, we've had a couple of games with all 5 starters in double figures for the Bulldogs, but today, Giles, Jaden, and Comas all scoreless in the first half. Livingston, the leading scorer with 10 for Belle Fourche. They've hit some threes in this one, 4 from downtown. Livingston's got 2 of them, part of his 10 points. They're also 6 of 6 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Madison Bulldogs are 3 of 6 as a team from the line in this ball game. Madison boys trying to improve to 6-0 on the season. They picked up the win last night over St. Thomas More by the final of 61-39. Bronx girls stayed undefeated earlier tonight and double overtime defeating the Madison Lady Bulldogs by a final of 64-60. Madison trailed most of that game, came back, got the lead about halfway through the fourth quarter, built a 7-point lead late in that one. It was really similar to what Madison did to DeSmit a couple of weeks ago at the Entringer. Madison had a 7-point lead with a little over a minute to go, a 5-point lead with about 40 seconds left. Commit a couple of late turnovers. Belle Fourche hits the 3-point shot basically at the buzzer, 0.8 seconds left when that bucket went in. And the game ended up double overtime, 64-60 win for Belle Fourche as they improved to 7-0. Madison girls fell to 2 and 5 rather now in the season. Madison boys are trying to improve to 6-0, and then they have got a showdown coming up next week. A week from tonight, at home at the Madison High School gym. We'll be back on the air and online at AmazingMadison.com. It'll be the T-Area Titans against the Madison Bulldogs. Right now, that looks to be a matchup of number 1 and number 2 in the state and a rematch of last year's state championship game. That is next Friday night. But first, one half of basketball yet to go for the Bulldogs, who lead at 32-22 over Belle Fourche here at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center in Rapid City. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with third quarter action in 2 minutes on KJAM.
The season to smile. And lucky for you, Dakota Land Federal Credit Union has lots of reasons for you to smile. Let's start with Christmas loans as low as 4.9% APR. And how about double the rewards points on Dakota Land Visa credit card purchases now through December 31st. And of course, the ever-popular Beat Bucks, perfect for every Christmas list. Visit DakotaLandFCU.com for details and let your friends at Dakota Land give you a reason to smile. Dakota Land, federally insured by NCUA.
Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC. Some of our favorite people are animals. We think they deserve the best. We give them all the care they need. You might even say we fix your pets. The love animals cherish, tender, loving animal care. Twin Lakes Animal Clinic, TLAC.
Harlan Consumer Power District would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck this season. This is Casey Crabtree, Heartland's Director of Economic Development. I'm excited to work with businesses here in Madison to help them grow and thrive. If you're looking to expand your business or are in need of low-interest financing, give me a call at 256-6536. Heartland is proud to deliver reliable energy and services to the city of Madison. We believe in the power of forward thinking and want to be your trusted community partner and leader in our industry. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
Back here in Rapid City and ready to start the third quarter with the Madison Bulldogs lead Belle Fourche 32-22. Bulldog basketball brought to you in part today by Madison Physical Therapy, located in the Southridge Plaza, offering quick and convenient scheduling. Just one of the many sponsors that made Bulldog basketball out here in Rapid City possible for us to broadcast throughout the course of this past couple of days. Madison boys trying to continue their undefeated start to the season. But the big tests for Madison are still to come. As we mentioned, they've got that looming game with T-Area coming up next week. Just if you're wondering the rest of the schedule after that for the Madison boys, they've got T-Area, then West Central, Flandreau, good team there. Sisseton, decent team. Del Rapids and Sioux Falls Christian still back-to-back on the 18th and 19th of January. Still got Chamberlain to go. Who knows who they'll get in that DAC-12 NEC conference clash at the end of January. Still a trip to the Pentagon. And so plenty of very good games still to come for Madison. But a good start to the season here, and right now they're up 10 as we start the second half. Bulldogs go right back inside to their man, Aaron Fegan, and he puts it in. Beautiful pass inside by Comas to get it to Aaron. Bulldogs go full court pressure on the inbound here, trying to force some more Belle Fourche turnovers. Bronx get it up. Olsen, left side, Hostetter with the basketball. Top of the key, Nicholas straight on three. Front of the iron, no good. Jaden high in the air, pulls in the rebound for the Bulldogs. Pass ahead to Jackson, leaves it behind to Giles. Giles behind the back pass, tried to go for Fegan, who was never able to corral it. And timeout just before the Bronx maybe lost a handle on it, taken by Coach Clay Porthoff. So we'll take a quick timeout with them to start this third quarter. It's now a 12-point lead for Madison. We'll be right back after a 30-second break on KJAM.
Carter Williams Insurance in Madison would like to wish the Madison Bulldogs good luck in this game and the best of luck to all student athletes at Madison High School. Protect your tomorrow. Trust Carter Williams Insurance with all your insurance needs. Carter Williams Insurance is a proud supporter of the Madison community and the Madison Bulldogs. Carter Williams Insurance, your #1 Bulldog fan.
Back here in the Helena broadcast booth, Helena of Madison, people, products, knowledge. Madison boys lead 34-22 here, just a half a minute into the third quarter. Madison JV boys picked up the win over Belle Fourche earlier today. 54-26 was the final for the JV boys in that win. So the Madison JV boys went 1-1 in this tournament. They lost to St. Thomas More JV yesterday morning. And I think they're trying to decide what to do with the shot clock here, if it should be reset. And I think that is what they're going to do. They'll reset that to 35. And now Belle Fourche will have the basketball on the baseline underneath the Bulldogs basket. And looking to inbound. Madison goes with full court pressure. Inbounds pass comes into Olson. Trap immediately on the way. And Olson's going to be fouled by Comas, who is trying to stay in front of him and force him over to the sideline. Foul on Nick, his first personal, team's first. Nicholas will throw it in now. Again, Madison comes with a hard trap, but good job by Olson. Drives around Jackson. Dribbles it up into the front court, but then lost it off his foot and out of bounds. The Bulldogs force the turnover eventually. And we'll get it back. Jaden will run the point here at the top of the key. Left side for Jackson. Comas is posting up down low. They go into him. He'll turn it around from about 10 feet. Rolls around and drops in. Nick Comas with the 2. And then another blocking foul on the Madison Bulldogs, this time on Giles. So another technical, by the way, coming up on Madison here. And they're going to get Jackson with the technical. So first Jaden with the tech, and now Jackson's gotten the technical. So this is going to be 2 shots for Hostetter now. Free throw is up, and side of the iron, no good. Hostetter had 4 points in the first half, all from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Second one is up and rattles home. So Hostetter goes 1 of 2. And Jackson, after the technical, will check out as Doyle Brown comes in. Gets a big hand slap from Coach Ricky as he goes to the bench. Nicholas to trigger the inbounds. They're going to get a 5-second call. And a turnover again. Belle Fourche has been unable to get their offense on 3 possessions here just to get into it in this third quarter. Bulldogs get it back, leading 36-23. They go right inside to Fegan. Fegan with the drive. A little bit too strong on the shot. And the rebound out to Kerr. Kerr lost a handle, dribbled it off his foot out of bounds. Madison ball again. Doyle had him trapped in the corner there and helped to force the turnover. Doyle will trigger the inbounds. Nope, he'll step out. Giles will step in. Brown had 7 points in that first half off the bench. Fegan, left side corner 3. Giles, first attempt of the game is no good. Boy, that rattled around, even went off the rim. Save from going out of bounds, right into the hands of Fegan. And Fegan puts it in. Boy, never try to save it from going out into your opponent's basket right there. And it goes right into the hands of Aaron Fegan for another 2. Bounce pass down low. Kerr gets it outside. And 3-point shot, wipe it off. Traveling call on Hostetter. So don't count that shot attempt, which means Belle Fourche has not attempted a shot attempt here in this third quarter. It's been nothing but turnovers for the Bronx. Madison ball leading 38-23. Corner for Giles. He pump fakes on the 3. Brown posting up down low. Fegan now with the basketball. Outside for Jaden. Catch and fire. Slot three from the right side. No good. Follows his rebound. Tracked it down in the corner. Lobs it up to Fegan. Outside to Doyle. Doyle sees the opening. Drives inside. Left-handed layup. He left it short. And the rebound comes out to Belle Fourche. Quick pass ahead into the corner. Olsen, he'll fire up the three. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Comas had it. We're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to stay here with the Bronx of Belle Fourche. They'll inbound in the baseline. Hostetter to throw it in. Lobs it up high. Nicholas had to out-leap Doyle there, and then he nearly threw it away. Jaden got a tip on it. Into the corner for Olsen. Olsen back out to Nicholas. Right side. They reverse it. Fox with the basketball. Finds Olsen again. Giles all up in his face. He steps back and passes it away to the elbow for Kerr. They go right back out beyond the arc again with 13 to shoot. Try to pass inside. Knocked around. Taken away by the Bulldogs. Pass ahead to Comas. Comas right side. Puts it up. Too strong. Rebound Doyle. Put back is up and good. 9 in the game for Brown. And it's a 40-23 lead for Madison. Nearly a turnover. It is a turnover. Madison was able to knock it away on the inbounds. Or no, he signaled, I think, maybe the wrong way. It's going to be Belle Fourche basketball still. It'll be Tate and Fox coming into inbound under full court pressure again. Fox right in front of the Bulldog bench. Inbounds to Olsen. Olsen comes up the court. Gets it back in the corner. Goes back inside into the hands of Burns now. Burns tried to pass it back into the corner. Fegan was there to knock it away, but he was stepping out of bounds as he did so. So stays with the Bronx here. 26 on the shot clock. 5:04 on the game clock. 40-23 Madison with the lead. Jackson Yankee and Jarrett Lurs come in. Comas and Giles out. Again, 40-23. Bulldogs leading by 17 here on the Sunshine Foods scoreboard in the third quarter. Inbounds pass into the corner. Into the hands of Burns. He gave it back to Olsen. Jackson nearly with the foul, but he was able to get away in time. Fox on the right side. Goes around the screen. Hard hedge again by Fegan. Fox goes inside. Puts up the runner with the right hand. No good. Fegan with the rebound. He'll slow it down. Now fired ahead for Jackson. Jackson sees the opening inside. Drives up and lays it in. 13 in the game now for Jackson Yankee. And the lead is up to 42-23. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jaden. Inbounds coming again for Belle Fourche. Pass comes into Olsen in the corner. Triple team around him. Doyle goes down to the floor. We're going to have a jump ball to be Madison basketball. So Brown forces the jump and another Belle Fourche turnover. Bulldog basketball. They'll inbound it on the baseline. Fegan will trigger. Throws it into the corner for Lurs. Lurs passes inside. Jackson turns around with the right shoulder. Up with the left hand off the window. And the foul for Jackson. And a chance for a three-point play. Jackson Yankee now with 15 points in the ball game and a chance for one more. Bryce Nicholas comes right back in as Fox checks out. 44-23. Madison Bulldogs with the lead here. 4:29 to go third quarter. Jackson trying to complete the three-point play for the GSN Insurance free throw line. Cannot. He is one of three from the line here tonight. Belle Fourche ball. Top of the key for Nicholson. Works it over into the right side to the hands of Livingston, who had the big opening half. Doyle nearly took it away, but it was saved by the Bronx. Burns, who nearly lost it himself, but controls. Hostetter with it now, trying to drive, gets double teamed, finds a nice look inside for Nicholson. Nobody there, and Nicholas lays it in for two. 44-25 Bulldogs now. That was the first field goal of this third quarter for Belle Fourche. Pass inside. Doyle was looking for Fegan. It's taken away by Burns. And then Brown takes it right back. Feeds inside for Lurs. Lurs goes up, gets fouled. And Jared Lurs will step to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a pair. Foul was on Olsen, his first. And team's third. Lurs to the line. Scoreless in the ball game yesterday. Knocks down the front end of the two here. Caleb Riley in replacing Aaron Fegan. Checks out with a game-high 18 points 45-25, Bulldogs lead it by 20. Lurs, second free throw is up and good. Jarrett 2 of 2 from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Bulldogs will call off the press for the moment as Belle Fourche walks it up. Right side, Nowitzki with the basketball. Feeds Burns top of the key, guarded by Riley. Over to the left side, Lurs on Hostetter as he grabbed the ball. Gave it up quickly as they move it from right to left around the arc. 15 on the shot clock now, just continuing to pass around the arc. With the basketball, Hostetter. Hostetter now waits for a screen, rejects it, goes with the right hand instead. Lost a hand on the basketball. Riley drived in, tried to get a hand on it. 3 seconds to shoot. Outside, Hostetter, long three, off balance, no good. Jaden with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Pushes ahead to Lurs. Lurs leaves it off last second, looking for Doyle, and it goes out of bounds. I think the pass was maybe a little off the mark, but Jackson and Brown were both there, and I don't think either of them thought the ball was intended for them. Doyle came up a little gimpy there. He's limping as he goes to the sideline, so he'll come out. Tyler Tappy comes in. First time we see him today. Tyler got on the floor, I believe, yesterday at the very end of that ball game. 21-point Madison lead, 46-25. Burns hands it off top of the key. Nowitzki now comes around, leaves it off inside, looking for Burns, taken away by Jackson instead. Jackson slows up, now drives, now fades, now puts up the shot, and he'll be called for the charge. Foul on Jackson will be his, I believe, second personal. And the Bulldogs give it back to Belle Fourche with 2:41 to go here in the third quarter. Reminder, the Mustang Seeds postgame show coming up. We'll give you the stats of this one and the girls' game, and we'll hear from Madison head boys basketball coach Mike Rickey on our Mustang Seeds postgame show coming up here on AM 1390 and AmazingMadison.com. Belle Fourche with the ball, trailing by 21 here in the third quarter. Pass into the right corner. Olsen open for three. Shot no good. Rebound comes down to Jaden. Throws it ahead for Jackson. Jackson lost the handle at the last second. Turns around, left hand shot no good. Rebound Riley. Put back up, no. Caleb Riley, though, is fouled, and he'll step to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot two. Caleb Riley had a pair of free throws in the first quarter, couldn't connect on either of them. Free throw up here, and it's good. 1 of 3 now from the GSN Insurance free throw line. Jaden Yankee comes out as Giles back in. So you got Jackson on the floor along with Giles, Riley, Tappy, and I believe Lurs still hiding over there in the corner out of my sight. Yes, that is him. Second free throw by Riley is good. He's got 2 in the ball game, 2 of 4 tonight from the GSN Insurance free throw line for him. And the Bulldogs lead 48-25. Giles nearly punched it out of the hands of Fox. Stays alive, though, with Livingston. He pulls up on the drive from 15 from that left elbow and knocks it down. First 2 of the second half for Livingston. And he's got 12 in the ball game to lead the way for Belle Fourche. Here's Tappy with it on the wing. Goes to Riley, top of the key. Josh is trying to post up down low. They'll swing it right side for Jackson's three. It's no good. Ball loose and picked up by Kerr for Belle Fourche. Push it up into the front court now. Driving is Hostetter, and he lost a handle on it. Got a little bit too fast and lost it out of bounds. Fegan comes back in for the Bulldogs, replacing Lurs. With 1:32 to go in the third quarter, Bulldogs leading by a score of 48-27. Jackson Yankee brings it up into the front court here for Madison. Fires it left side. They go quickly into the left block for Fegan. Top of the key for Riley. He throws it. Tappy trying to post up down low. Fegan at the elbow. Goes out for Caleb Riley. Into the paint. He drives. Kicks back behind him. Tappy. Tappy with the floater from the left side. 10 feet away is good. Tyler Tappy with his first 2 of the ball game. And it's 50-27. Madison with the lead. Into the front court comes Belle Fourche. They try to go inside looking for Livingston. Taken away by Jackson. He'll throw it ahead to Giles. Giles runs straight to the middle. Gives it back to Jackson. Tried to throw it down with one hand. And the ball comes out short. Bulldogs stay with it, though. Jackson on the baseline. Pass inside for Caleb Riley. And Riley is fouled again. And so a chance for another 2 from the GSN Insurance free throw line for Caleb Riley. Well, Jackson's 0-2 on the dunks, but that's a more impressive miss. Went up for the one-handed jam that time and just kind of lost a handle on the back of the rim. The first one he was rejected by the rim, and you don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that as he checks out. Comas, back in. So Riley with 3 points now for the GSN Insurance free throw line tonight. And a chance for one more here. 41 seconds to go in this third quarter. Second free throw is up. Rattles out. No. Riley follows his shot, but Fox pulls in the rebound for the Bronx. It'll be Hostetter bringing it up. About a 5-second difference between the shot and the game clock here. Pass top of the key for Fox was nearly taken away by Tappy. Right side now, top of the key for Burns. Burns drives inside. Nice little runner. Right hand, good off the window for 2. Bulldogs can hold for the final shot now. First 2 of the game for Dylan Burns. Giles comes up, 12 seconds to go, third quarter. Madison leading 51-29. Giles, right side for Comas. Comas, top of the key, Caleb Riley. Lobs it down low, looking for Fegan. Found him underneath. Fegan off the window, good. He's got 20 in the game, and the third quarter comes to an end. Your score after 3, it is the Madison Bulldogs 53, Belle Fourche 29. Fourth quarter action coming up next in 1 minute here on KJAM.
Latest technology and breast cancer screening is available close to home at Madison Regional Health System. Our new 3D mammogram provides you one of the most effective tools in the early detection of breast cancer at a lower dose of radiation than many other 3D mammograms. If you are a woman, 40 and older, it is recommended that you receive a mammogram every year. Early detection saves lives, so schedule your 3D mammogram with Madison Regional Health System. Call us at 605-256-6551.
At Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel in downtown Madison, get 20 to 50% off store-wide. Some exclusions do apply. Also at Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel, remaining men's and women's Columbia jackets are 35% off, plus free gift wrapping is available with purchase. And don't forget, Stan's Men's and Women's Apparel is open Monday through Friday until 7 p.m. for your holiday shopping convenience, and will be open on Christmas Eve from noon until 4 for your last-minute holiday shopping. Shop Stan's, where service comes first.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
Well, the Madison Bulldogs ready to start the fourth quarter against Belle Fourche. Belle Fourche has the basketball, but the Bulldogs have a 53-29 lead here in the final game for Madison at this Cavalier Christmas Classic hosted by St. Thomas More at the Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. I'm Matt Gross. Jim Crash Myers engineering the game back at the KJAM studios. We're coming to you from the Helena broadcast booth as Belle Fourche with the basketball to open up this fourth quarter of play. With the ball beyond the arc in the hands of Tate Larson of the game for the first time, taken away by Madison. Fegan throws it ahead for Giles. Giles throws it up, looking for the alley-oop, but it was a little too tall for even the 6'8" Aaron Fegan. And the ball taken away again by the Bronx. And a carry is called on Olsen. So Madison 0 for, let me check that, not 0 for 3, 1 for 4 on the dunk attempts. Aaron Fegan did have a big one-handed jam to start this game off. Pass down low, they're looking for a wide open Brooks underneath. It was Tappy to Brooks for the quick lay-in off that inbounds play. First points of the game for Jacob Brooks. Bench continuing to get in here. Pull up 3, top of the key. Olsen no good. Comas rebound. Tried to throw it ahead. Fegan picks up the loose ball, lobs it ahead. They go back to Fegan. Down low, Aaron catches and got fouled. Tappy tried to throw the alley-oop back to Aaron, and Aaron is saying to Tyler, you got to shoot that, man. You were wide open. I had 2 guys in between me. I can see Coach Ricky coming back saying, Tappy said he wanted him to reverse dunk it. Fegan free throw, good. Well, as we often talk about, you know, they are teenagers, and sometimes you just have to enjoy the fun of watching them. Bulldogs game well in hand here, 56-29. Fegan continuing to pour in the points. He's now got 21 in this ball game. Second free throw is up and good. So Aaron 4-4 from the GSN Insurance free throw line, 22 points in the game for the Madison senior and leading scorer on the season. Hostetter up into the front court, left side for Olsen. Nicholas now, as they work it beyond the arc. See Aberdeen Roncalli showing up. They're next against St. Thomas More here Pass right side for Olsen into the corner for Hostetter now. They go inside. Looking for the shot down low. Kick right back out. Hostetter for 3, and he'll knock it down. That's his first points, not from the free throw line today. Quickly ahead. Fegan puts up the shot, got fouled, and Aaron will step to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. 2 more coming up for Aaron Fegan here. Aaron had a mostly quiet game yesterday. Did it kind of explode for 6 in that fourth quarter, had 8. But that was the first game all year he was held in single digits. He's been over 20 points now in 4 of the Bulldogs' 6 games. Free throw no good. Jackson coming back in, replacing Brooks for Madison. So Jacob Brooks checks out, had a couple of points off the bench. 57-32, Bulldogs with the lead. We've got 6:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second Aaron Fegan free throw is no good. Jackson fights for and gets the rebound. Fires it inside for Aaron. Aaron puts it off the window. Couldn't get the 2 from the line, but gets the 2 off the assist from Jackson. So Jackson, the offensive rebound and the assist. Aaron with the bucket, and it's 59-32. Pass goes into the corner right side for Maylou. Now down low, Nicholas puts up the shot and converts. Jackson was staying tall, making sure not to get called for the foul. Giles brings it up as he and Jackson work the point and go quickly down low into the block. Jaden turns it around from about 8 feet away, and that's an easy jump shot for him. And that's the first points of the game for Jaden Yankee after the 20-point performance he had last night. Hostetter passes over right side, Maylou. Back top of the key for Kerr. Fegan on him. Nicholas outside. He'll fire away beyond the arc. Missed everything on that one. Jaden picks up the rebound. Jaden fires it middle of the court. In stride to Giles, and he lays it in. How about that? It wasn't Giles to Jaden Yankee. It was Jaden Yankee to Giles for the 2. That's Josh Giles' first points of the ball game. 63-34. Madison with the lead. Drive, Maylou rejected out of bounds by Jaden Yankee. Bulldogs will get a fresh 5 into the ball game as the starters will head to the bench, likely for the final time, I imagine. Checking in Brooks along with Lurs, Brown, Caleb Riley, and Caden Hunsley into the ball game here for Madison. Belle Fourche basketball. 5:02 to go in the fourth quarter. Madison leading 63-34. Pass goes into the corner for Hostetter. Pass out now on left side beyond the arc. Back to Hostetter on the right wing. Guarded by Lurs. Hostetter drives to the free throw line. Kicks out behind him to Fox. Maylou will fire up a 3. It's short, no good. Brown with the rebound. Throws it ahead. Brooks out in front of everybody. If he can corral it, it's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. And it'll be Madison basketball. Last touch by Belle Fourche. Good leak out that time by Brooks. And Doyle realized it. Pass maybe just a touch too far out in front. But still the right idea for the Madison JV squad getting the opportunity to play here. Pass goes right side. Not necessarily all JV. Doyle doesn't dress on the JV side. Lurs with the ball in the corner for Hunsley. Left side for Doyle. Doyle goes down low. Caleb Riley puts the shot up off the window. No good. Fight for the rebound. Hunsley was trying to get it, but it's taken away by Belle Fourche. And then a technical foul going to be called, and I think they got Doyle. That'll be the 3rd technical on Madison. Jaden and Jackson each with a technical. Now Doyle with a technical. And they'll send Hostetter to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. Free throw is up and good. 3 technicals on Madison today. Trying to think, I think 5 on the season for the Bulldogs. Granted, the 1 was before a game even started. Free throw up and good. Yes, eventually. Looked good right away. Does fall eventually. Tyler Tappy comes in replacing Doyle as kind of coach's rule. If you get a technical foul, you're going to come to the bench even for a little while. So he comes out, does Doyle, and Tappy in. Lob pass inside, tipped away by Brooks. It'll go out of bounds. They were trying to catch Olsen cutting to the rim that time, but too much height in there between Brooks and Tappy. One of them bound to tap it away, and they did. Fox will trigger the inbounds here. for Belle Fourche. Lob pass going inside, and again, broken up. This time it is Tappy. Tappy will wing it down the floor, looking for Lurs. Went up high, had it for a moment. I think he got fouled. Yes, he did. So Jared Lurs was able to haul it in and then got fouled. It'll be Bulldog basketball. 63-36. Madison Bulldogs with the lead here. 4:11 to go in the fourth quarter, and Jared Lurs will go to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. He's got 2 points in the ball game. 2 of 2 from the line so far. Got to tie his shoe, and then the PA announcer says he's got to tie his shoe. Gets a chuckle out of the Madison crowd. Lurs, front end of the bonus is up, and no good. And the rebound to Fox for Belle Fourche. Working ahead into the corner, Burns. Driving baseline, steps into the paint, got the shot blocked. I believe that was Lurs, came away with the block shot. Brooks has the basketball, lost it for a moment, throws it, got it back, throws it away again. It'll be picked up by Lurs, and he'll control the point here for Madison. Pass right side for Tappy. Top of the key, Brooks steps to the free throw line. Jump shot is up, rattles off, no good. Fight by Caleb Riley for the rebound, able to knock it out to Lurs. He'll fire up a three, no good. Back of the iron, Hunsley looking for the board. He'll commit the foul. No, pardon me, that was Brooks. Inside, battling with Livingston. And so the foul on Jacob Brooks will be his first personal. And that is the 6th team foul on the Bulldogs. 3:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. 63-36. Madison Bulldogs have led the whole way. Kind of struggled at first to pull away in that first quarter, early in the second quarter, but they were able to build up a 10-point lead at halftime, 32-22. And they have really held Belle Fourche in check here in the second half. 63-36 Madison lead. There's a little blood on the face of one of the Belle Fourche players, so he had to check out. That's what the little break in action is here for. 3:33 to play in the fourth quarter. Madison with Lurs, Hunsley, Riley, Brooks, and Tappy on the floor. And Caleb Nowitzki will bring it up for Belle Fourche. Outside, step back three. Livingston is good. He had the hot hand early, and he knocks down a three here. 63-39 as Lurs brings it up for Madison. Passes left side to Tappy. Sees an opening baseline. Puts up a shot, and they're going to count that. Foul was on the drive, and they're going to wave off the basket. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Tyler Tappy. A couple more subs here for Belle Fourche with 3:09 to go in the ball game. Tappy to the GSN Insurance free throw line. Brought to you by Scott Gusso at GSN Insurance of Madison. No account too big or too small. We like them all. Free throw is good. Tyler Tappy, 3 points in the ball game. And another sub coming in here for Belle Fourche. Bulldog basketball today brought to you by the experienced team at Avera Orthopedics, where orthopedic care, sports medicine, and recovery meet to support your every need. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound comes down to Belle Fourche. Pass right side, pump fake on the three in the corner by Livingston. Now he'll take it, shot no good. And the rebound to Tappy. Lurs pushes it ahead for Hunsley. Hunsley goes down low on the block, was looking for Brooks, and the pass a little bit too hot. Brooks couldn't corral. Another set of subs coming in here for Madison. As in for the Bulldogs is going to be Johnny Ricky, along with Thomas Gores and Bear Shipley. Belle Fourche ball with under 3 to go here in this ball game. 64-39 Madison Bulldogs. Pass goes left side into the hands of Maylou. Now back out top of the key. Kerr, a straight on three is good. His first bucket of the ball game. Bulldogs go quickly ahead to Johnny Ricky. Pass back behind him to Tappy here. Left side for Gores. Gores waits with it, top of the key. Shipley's going to fire the quick three off the front of the iron. No good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Nowitzki for Belle Fourche. Pass into the corner, right side. for Larson. Larson tried to go back out, nearly threw it away, picked up by Nowitzki, then forced away by Gores. Thomas looking to go all the way, lays it up right hand, no, but a foul. And that will send Thomas Gores to the GSN Insurance free throw line to shoot 2. Thomas Gores looking for his first varsity points on the trip, and I have to double check. Maybe his first varsity points of the season. Don't think Thomas has scored yet this year. Free throw, first one no good. Second one is in. So if he hadn't, he does there. And makes it 65-42. Bulldogs with the lead, under 2 minutes to go. Pass off the wing right side. Larson with it, working it around the arc here. Hunsley comes out to front on Maylou. Top of the key, three-point shot. Kerr up, no good. Gores, good battle inside. Gets positioning, gets the rebound. He'll throw it ahead for Hunsley. Hunsley off to Ricky in the corner. Back out top for Gores. Takes one dribble and passes right side for Tappy now. Shipley trying to post up down low. Ricky at the top of the key. Outside Gores. Go down in the block on the far side for Hunsley. Elbow jump shot by Bearsh is no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Tappy. Tappy with 5 off the bench for the Bulldogs here today. And the lead now 67-42. 1:10 to play. Maylou with it on the left side. Guarded by Hunsley for the Bulldogs. Kerr with the top of the key has Shipley on him. Leaves it off for Maylou again. They're working the clock. Under a minute to go now. Kerr tries to drive inside and got a little bump. That'll be a foul, and it'll be a 1-on-1 for Chandler Kerr. Foul's going to be on Tyler Tappy. That's his first, team 7th. 52 seconds to play here. And then the Bulldogs will hop aboard the bus and head back home. Madison boys will have a couple of wins in their pockets. The Madison girls a couple of losses. One of them very close in double overtime here earlier today. Front end of the bonus is no good. And Shipley collects the rebound. Gives away to Gores. Bounce pass off to Tappy. Top of the key for Hunsley. He'll fire away at the 3. No good. Hit the iron a couple of times and wouldn't go down for the senior. And Belle Fourche with the basketball and about a half minute to go. Kerr passes back behind him for Nowitzki now. Top of the key. Right side. Driving around is Larson. Larson passes back out. Jump shot is up and good by Kerr. 13 seconds to play in our game. 67-44 Bulldogs. Gores comes across the timeline, and that'll do it. Your final score on the Sunshine Food scoreboard. The Madison Bulldogs improved to 6-0 with a 67-44 win over the Madison Bulldogs, over the Belle Fourche Bronx, I should say. Bulldogs with the win. We need a break, I think. That was a long fourth quarter without a timeout for the announcer and all those fouls. We'll take a break here. When we come back, it's the Mustang Seeds post-game show. We'll give you the stats of this game and the girls' game from earlier, and we'll hear from Madison head coach Mike Rickey. That's all coming up. We'll take a 3-minute timeout here, and we'll be back with the Mustang Seeds post-game show in 3 minutes on KJAM.
Your proven leader with proven performance for over 53 years. Providing top-notch service that area producers have come to expect, Mustang Seeds provides the service and products to maximize yields and quality harvest. Mustang Seeds is the best choice for having your farming operation succeed. Contact your seed expert today at Mustang Seeds 605-256-6529 or online at mustangseeds.com.
You can count on our seeds year after year, planting your future. Mustang Seeds.
Think about all the things that go into a home: work, time, and of course money. The last thing a person should worry about is electrical problems with their home. Trust the licensed, insured, and guaranteed service at Bob's Electric in Madison and Canova for all of your new or existing service upgrades, lighting, fixtures, and ceiling fans, farm, residential, and commercial service. 24-hour emergency service only at Bob's Electric. Call 1-800-475-3006 and talk to your friends at Bob's Electric. Bob's Electric, where friendly, dependable service is an assurance.
Stadium Sports Grill in downtown Madison wishes the Madison Bulldogs good luck on their game. At Stadium Sports Grill, enjoy 50-cent wing Wednesdays and both traditional and boneless wings in several flavors from 5 to 10 p.m. Plus, they have 18 flat-screen TVs, full tables, and a full menu of great food and your favorite cold beverage on tap. Stadium Sports Grill also has a breakfast menu on the weekends from 11 to 2. Stadium Sports Grill is a proud supporter of the Madison Athletics and wishes the best of luck in the Bulldogs game.
Trust your farming operation with the locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. With their state-of-the-art facility, Farmers Ag Center offers trusted advice when it comes to fertilizer, seed, and crop protection products. Area producers can expect accurate and timely advice, including efficient delivery and application of products during all seasons. Locally owned and operated Farmers Ag Center of Madison. The leaders in the field, the leaders in customer service, proud to serve area farmers and proud to support area communities.
Coming soon to the Madison community is Madison Physical Therapy. Madison Physical Therapy is a locally owned and operated outpatient physical therapy clinic. Dr. Kristen Fox has over 10 years of clinical experience providing post-surgical rehab, treatment of joint and muscle pain such as neck, shoulder, and lower back, sprains and strains, acute athletic injuries, and balance and vestibular conditions. Madison Physical Therapy will be open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. or by appointment with no referrals necessary.
At Great Western Bank, they are giving you more control and greater connection with our digital checking account. An account that focuses on allowing you to bank wherever and access your money whenever. Plus, it includes new great benefits. Stop into your local branch or call them to learn more. Great Western Bank, making life great. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Bulldog Basketball live from Rapid City, brought to you by Great Western Bank in Madison.
Back here in the Mustang Seeds post-game show, brought to you by Mustang Seeds. With maximum potential yields and valuable service and products, Mustang Seeds, a proven leader for over 50 years. Your final score in the boys' game of this doubleheader, it's the Madison Bulldogs with a 67-44 win over Belle Fourche. Madison Bulldog boys improved to an undefeated 6-0 and now have a week off until a showdown coming up on a week from tonight at home against the T-Area Titans in a championship game rematch. Madison came out strong, jumped out to a lead here in this first quarter. Belle Fourche hit some threes, though. They only knocked down 6 shots from the field, Belle Fourche, in that first half, but half of those were three-pointers. Just kind of helped them stay around. Madison's Aaron Fegan just went off in the first half for 14 points. Really, he went off all game long today. They probably could have gone for even more. If they'd have really wanted to try to become very one-dimensional, there was really no way that they were going to be able to stop Aaron inside. Anytime he got the ball down there, kind of doing what he wanted with it. 24 points today for Aaron. Jackson had 15, the two Bulldogs in double figures. Josh Giles, Jaden Yonke, Nick Comas, each with 2. Doyle came off the bench, had 9, 5 for Tyler Tappy. Caleb Riley finishes with 3, Jacob Brooks with 2, and Thomas Gores with 1 for the Madison Bulldogs. Michael Leverington was the leading scorer for Belle Fourche. He had 15 in the game. Bulldogs again with the 67-44 win. Madison head coach Mike Rickey joining us up here in the Mustang Seats postgame show. Came out to a really fast start. Things kind of slowed down, and then you could tell all of a sudden just the defensive intensity and the pace of the offense really picked up again in that second quarter.
Yeah, those are tough games to play in. It's just, Belle Fourche's they're down, and the kids were here watching last night. They saw what Ron Colley was doing to them, and and I was talking to the Ron Colley coach, and I was saying we were trying to figure out who had the better, the better end of things.
Right.
Playing St. Thomas More the first night, playing Belle Fourche the second night, or vice versa. And I was, I wasn't ever worried that was a game we were going to lose. We're just they're building. They got a lot of young kids out on the floor. They play hard, but it's just about we played with so much intensity last night, played so hard. It's hard to match that the second night against a team that's not as good. And we came out, we got off to a good start, but then you could just kind of see we just let up a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
we just kind of
Took the foot off the gas.
Yeah, we took our foot off the gas, and to their credit, they hit some shots. And then once we kind of lost our mojo, then we were kind of in a funk. And, you know, to the kids' credit, they were the ones who wanted to put some pressure on them there in that late second quarter, early third quarter. So we came out and put some pressure on them and got back to a good, comfortable lead. And then, you know, when we're doing those things, we're getting those easy buckets in transition, we really start to relax and play with more flow.
And a team that was, you know, they were out there playing, having a little fun too, trying to throw down some dunks. Nothing wrong with that. Didn't always work out for them this one. Over the course of the season, that evens out a little bit.
Well, I hope so, because we got a lot to make up for now after that game. But yeah, it was, you know, it's fun. Those are games that are fun to play in. You know, you're going to have opportunities to run the floor. I really thought we did you know, even though we were doing it to try and get dunks, if we could emulate that more often of looking ahead and throwing that ball ahead. We've talked about that a couple times about how we're getting better at looking ahead. Jaden and Jackson are throwing the ball up now, and that just forces teams to have to run back on defense, and it gets into their legs by that fourth quarter. But yeah, you know, that's a good 2-game win on back-to-back nights out in Rapid City for us.
Absolutely. Now you've got a week off here, and the next game coming up looms very large on the schedule. You got a rematch a week from the night against the T-Area Titans. What are you going to do in this week of practice? What are the things you focus on with that game coming up?
Well, you know, we'll give them a couple days off again. We'll come back on the 2nd and have practice, and that'll give us 4 days to practice before we play T. Actually, 3 days to practice before we play T. And, you know, we just need to you know, we have a couple of different things we want to work on our full court press a little bit more, just so that it becomes habit. You can see when we run it, it's effective, but we sometimes forget that, oh yeah, we're pressing, you know, and that's just because that comes with not practicing enough. And a couple other zone things that we want to look at offensively and defensively, and, you know, and then just cleaning everything up. That's what it's all about from here on. And, you know, and one thing I told the kids, I said, you know, I know you don't have any trouble getting up for T or Del Rapids or St. Thomas More. It's these games that we need to get better at getting up for and playing with intensity for 32 minutes. But you know what? You can't argue about the final result there. You know, we're pleased with coming out here with a win.
Absolutely. You wanted to come out of here 6-0, and you're 6-0 headed back home with a what looks to be probably a number 1 versus number 2 matchup next week. So.
Yeah, and that's going to be a fun one. You know, T's everything that as advertised. You know, they're they got some really, really good young players. Their best players are juniors, and you know, our kids are going to come in there with a little chip on your shoulder, and that's something that you got to kind of caution against. Is sometimes you can come out with a little bit too much intensity, but we got a pretty good team. I think we made some progress, especially last night. I thought we did some really good things. We just got to clean up and take care of the ball a little bit more. We're still pretty sloppy with the ball. I don't know how many turnovers we had tonight, but it was a bunch again. Last night I think we had 17. We had to have at least 15 again tonight. So, you know, against good teams, they're going to take advantage of that. We've been able to get away with it to this point, but you know, if we can start cleaning that up, that'll just make us even better.
It's always fun to be at home for those big matches, those 1 versus 2. You know, I think a few years ago there was a Sioux Valley game. It was rocking. There's been some Dells and Christian games over the years, so it'll be fun to be a rocking place on Friday night.
It's been a while since we played at home. You know, the second game of the year was, you know, like the 14th, I think, since we've been at home. So it'll be good to get back in front of the home crowd. But we appreciate you guys making the trip out here so that the guys back home can watch us and support us from afar. So thanks for coming out, Matt.
Absolutely. Drive safe on the way home.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Madison head coach Mike Rickey with us here in the Mustang Seeds post-game show on AM 1390 KJM. The Madison boys come out of this classic 2-0. Madison girls, unfortunately, 0-2. And that second loss was a nail-biter and a great game. Madison played very well. You know, don't let you know, because you see Belle Fourche boys out there, and they are a down team. They're a team that you know, is not going to be, you know, maybe even a 10-win team by the time this season gets done. That's not the case with the Belle Fourche girls. They are very good, undefeated now, and had been just outside of the top 5 in the ratings. I would imagine, depending on how things shake out with some other teams, might be a team you throw into that top 5 now. They got a very impressive win yesterday over Aberdeen Roncalli, the Belle Fourche girls, and then Madison took them right down to the wire. Bulldogs, just key turnovers late. In the fourth quarter, back-to-back turnovers that allowed them to first take what was a 5-point game with about 30 seconds left, and turn it into a 3-point game. Madison then turns it right back over off the inbounds. They had a chance then, Belle Fourche, to tie it with the 3. They get the buzzer-beating 3 by Hansen to send it into overtime. We go to double overtime, and Madison with 3 turnovers very quickly, kind of in the double overtime, let Belle Fourche build up the lead, and that was all she wrote. Madison girls lost 64-60 in the double overtime game here to start things today. So the Madison Bulldog girls sitting now at 2-5 on the season. They've got a long break. They don't play again until Tuesday of not next week, but the week after. Tuesday the 9th, they will be on the road at Vermilion taking on the Tanningers. Madison boys, again, as we said, 67-44 tonight here over Belle Fourche. Fegan led the way with 24 points. Jackson Yankee had 15 for the Bulldogs in the win. Their next game, our next broadcast, coming up for you a week from tonight. Next Friday, back at home in the Madison High School, a 7:30 start. Pregame show at about 7:10 for you on Friday night next week. Madison and the T-Area Titans in a championship game rematch at the Madison High School gym. Thank you for joining us here. It's been a pleasure to bring you Bulldog basketball over the past couple of days in these 4 games in Rapid City. We all hope the snow kind of stays away over the course of the evening and tomorrow morning as all the Madison folks make their way back home. I know it sounds like we got a fair amount of snow back home this morning, and it's just been starting to come down here in Rapid City in the last couple of hours. So wherever you are, drive safely over the weekend. Be safe over New Year's, and we'll talk to you again next week for that showdown with the Titans. Bulldogs split their doubleheader here today. Girls with the loss in double overtime, Madison boys with the win. That'll do it for the broadcast here. Thank you to all the sponsors who made this trip possible out here to Rapid City today and Bulldog basketball all season long. For Jim Crash Myers, engineering the game back at the KJAM studios, I'm Matt Gross. Thanks for listening. Have a happy new year.
Bulldog basketball on.
Nice job.